Well, now we're live, so it's pretty good. What's up, everybody? We are live. We ain't been here in a long time, and I
Good
needed
minute,
like
good minute.
I know a good minute to watch.
What's up,
Hey,
everybody?
look, you hear me? Like you can hear me on the other side. Once
Well,
again, it would be a podcast without me doing that. I gotta go over here. Yeah, there we go. Now I can like start my own live stream on my other channel. But yeah, we sit back here talking about my old chairs and stuff. They sent me a chair. Look, y'all, if I can see this chair right here. Like, look at this. It is like two new gaming chairs I got a review on. But I got to test it out for a week. But what y'all to call an old man chair?
yeah,
You
it's
call
old grandpa chair.
Don't say that.
It is.
Who
Well,
is
it's
it?
just the color, I think.
Yeah, that that
I'm not a
that
fan of
that, that
brown.
looked like one of those chairs that you go to a family function. It's like, oh no, don't sit there. That's Papa's chair right there.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of looks like.
Yeah.
It's like that chair. It looks comfortable, but you know it's designated for one person that nobody else sits in. But by one of the oldest members of your family, yeah, that's what that looks like.
Well, hey, we want to thank Calmly for sending the chair out right now. We're going to go to calmlyhome.com. Go check those guys out to see what kind of chairs you need for. They may even have old people chairs for me or something. But hey, I've been needing a new gaming chair for a while now. So
Yeah, you have.
I had like, oh my gosh, I still have my old faithful. It's in my bedroom. Yeah, it is very comfortable. Look, that princess, she said, look, it's a very comfortable look. Yeah, it does. It is comfortable. It is really. When I sat down, I'm like, oh, hold on.
Does it
But I bet,
does it hug you, or does it
yeah,
does it have enough support to where it just
no, it goes like when you sit down and like just your body go like, okay. It's
okay?
like it evens it out. It's pretty. But how long would it last though? You know,
Yeah,
It makes
that's
you
the
want to fall
question.
asleep like within like first couple of minutes. Of
I
you
almost
laying
fell
down.
asleep in that chair. This brown
Oh,
one,
that's a good. Oh, that's a good chair. Then
yeah,
that's a good chair.
I mean, almost fell asleep in it. It got some good
That's
cushion.
that's one of those chairs that's designated for a nap. It's like, oh, don't mess with me. I'm in.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I thought they sent me two. I was like, oh, look at Jesus, good look at God. But
Mhm.
I mean, it was.
I mean, I thought it was two as well, but I was like, damn, that must have been a pretty big chair for it to be in.
Yeah,
two
it came in.
boxes like that.
So the bottom part is really heavy because it has like the kick out thing,
Yeah.
and then it has the top part, and then the back, and then the sides was in one box, and those were really light. It's light as a feather. I was like, the bottom part probably weigh a good 30 pounds, you know. And I was like, whoo, you know. But I got in the room, and now I'm testing out two chairs at the same time. Like I didn't have the chairs I did have. Y'all saw here back. They were great. I paid like $5 for them, but every time you sit them, it flakes off. It was some white flakes. It was like
Yes.
so I had to put like a
Classic
throw
brown.
rug over it, and so I put one in the guest room and one in the living room, which nobody's gonna sit in, but somebody come sit in it. Like when they come over, it'd be okay. So.
I sit at the kitchen table.
Hey, the kitchen table was pretty nice. You saw
I
it.
know. I helped you lift that into the house.
I know, right? Thank you so much. That's when you and your nice $100,000 truck. So thank you.
Don't start.
he out here dropping
not
numbers
start.
on trucks and shit.
I mean, hey, man, that dude.
Trying to put a target on this man's back, like he ain't already got one.
Every second it's like bang bang. I'm like, dang. What the?
Hey, I'm
Like,
rich
every time
man.
this man next posts a video, he got ops in his comments. Trust me.
He do. He sure
Every
do.
time.
But tonight we're gonna be talking about y'all. We'll talk about kind of like collecting goals, but basically the quality of collecting, basically. And me and Ness been talking about this a while now. I even dropped a video today. He dropped a video. So happened kind of talking about quality stuff. Now we're kind of going into the age of or collecting stage of, I guess it's like a career. Oh, somebody, a new member. Dang. Shout out to the new member, Socrates. I like that. Look at that. I like that avatar.
That's fire.
That's real nice.
That's a fire avatar. Dang. It's like Kratos or God of War, something like that. Like what's up, Socrates? Thank you so much for being a member. Thank you so much.
Give me a gaming Xbox Obi-Wan Kenobi vibe. That's
yeah, it does. Look at
like
it.
like it's like a shirt or something like that. It was nice.
That is
What's going on with you, man?
And look, it matches with the green too. See, that's kind of pretty dope. That's dope.
Been on what, like 5 minutes? I already got channel.
I do remember. Thank you, appreciate it. But like I was saying, quality. I put a video a couple days beginning of the week. Like I don't know like what I want to collect for anymore. Really, like with certain like Neo Geo, but I really don't count that because that's Ness's kind of whole deal. I'm just like getting what I can, and we'll do an update video later on. But quality, just quality of games and statues and likes and different things for your game room. Like I'd have played every game and I had every big number game for me. Now just like what do I really want to be having in my collection that's really quality,
Yeah.
And so I guess we can talk. He said, blame Mr. Wright for being addicted to Sega Saturn now. Oh my goodness, bro. A Monkey Man Prime 100. Those two games are great. I'm sorry, man. He said, oh, Sega Saturn too. Like I said, like it's so Sega Saturn is probably my top 5. Sometimes it moves to the top 3, like PlayStation 2, Super Nintendo, and Sega Saturn. And then it'd be like maybe in the other two we'll talk about later. But most of the time is those. Sega Saturn is in that top 5, top 3. So enjoy the Sega Saturn because oh my god, Sega Saturn still holds up. And then when you get a good TV and good cables, it's something about Sega systems when you hook it up on like a PVR through RGB, it looks mind blowing. Like if you hook up a old school Genesis and hook it up SCART RGB, all that stuff, you'd be like, what am I playing? I mean, it goes from like the horrible, crappy, fuzzy stuff to like the most beautiful console ever. And the music, like Sonic 2, oh my gosh, on this TV, I only have RGB, but this TV makes it good. But I'm trying to get SCART. Oh, dude. Anyway, he made me. He said, "Thank God for the action replay card." Yes, sir. Action replay.
Thing about Saturn games, man, because like you both of you guys know how into like PC gaming I am. That thing is still a mother to try to emulate for. The last 7 years has not been kind, man. It's not been kind. It's like trying to hack into the Pentagon, trying to get that thing to run Sonic 3D Blast. It's like, damn, man, I might as well just have the original thing.
That's like the PlayStation 3 too, man. Like the PS3
Saturn is, but especially the Saturn is. If you got one, they just hold on to. Anybody who's looking to get Saturn, I was thinking about getting Saturn, they just hold on to it. Until they decide to make a mini, you got some good treasures there, man. Got some good treasures.
Man, so Ness, what do you think about this? You've been recently, you did your video today, but now you're like kind of seeking quality, and you kind of really been seeking quality because what you sold, you had a lot of quality.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of just hit me when I moved.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it kind of the perspective changed, because in my first house, it was, I got to fill up the entire room. I got to start from scratch. And then when I moved into my new home, I'm not rich.
Hey, my dream is to be rich as him too, man. So hey,
build up a reputation in the community. It's like, hey, you want some money? Hey, there's only one man who knows that.
No. I'm trying to be rich like him. Hey, I just hustle hard. Hey,
he got like his pockets is endless. Like this man got a whole cave that he just jumps in the gold dollars in.
Hey, you like a Richie Rich with a cartoon? He just be like, he got like, oh, I'm going to the money tree.
Y'all are tripping, bro. No,
he says every man who's rich. Be proud to be rich. Hey, I'm rich. I want to be rich. Just like that.
Gosh.
We don't have to play like the Richie Rich style.
I need y'all to stop in the comments. Don't do that. Don't get him started, because they was already in before we even started live.
Every time Ness goes to a store, you should play like a background theme song. It's like, woo! Like, oh, here we go. Get that DuckTales theme song for him ready.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got a little bit of Richie Rich style. Like, I can't play it on here because they might cut us off, but That's so funny. That's hilarious. But anyway, talk what you said. Go talk your talk, Richie.
God, no. So no, when I was packing all that stuff up, I'm sitting there like, man, this is a lot of stuff. I mean, Steve, you went through it. You had to help me carry that stuff up the stairs, and
oh my God,
it was a nightmare. And then
it was
when I'm trying to organize my new game room, this room I'm in right now, I started looking at stuff a little different. I'm like, I don't even remember buying this.
Look, even Disney in on it.
Damn, even Destiny going in.
I know, right? And you know she likes us some quality shit. You know, she loves her some quality stuff.
I mean, so here's the thing. Like when I started filling my shelves up,
Mm-hmm.
I started looking at them differently. I'm like, okay, I'm not playing this game. Why? When did I get this game? Why did I buy this game?
Yeah.
And then the question started. The question started flowing. I'm like, okay, what can I get rid of that won't come back and say like, man, I should have never got rid of that. So
Yeah.
I got rid of some filler titles, and then it felt good to get rid of it. It felt good to clear off the shelf a little bit, make a little bit of space. And then, a couple months go by, I've been in the house, and then we have an opportunity for a pretty heavy game to come through. And
Ooh, heavy ain't the word.
yeah, it was a very, very expensive game, y'all. I'll let you know that. So today's video that I dropped earlier, I kind of discuss why I did it and how it made me feel, all that stuff. Because I'll be honest, like physical collectors, when we start building this stuff up, it's really hard to let go of that stuff, especially like in large sums. Like 70% is a lot. So when I went from completely full shelves all the way to the brim to empty shelves,
Mm-hmm.
and you walk in, it's like a void in this room.
It was like how
Mm-hmm.
it's like like on Sunset Riders with a little tumbleweed. Woody woody woo,
Yeah.
But that's that type of scenery where you're gonna be like that's that type of scenery where you're gonna be like Thanos at the end of Infinity War. How you just walk out and you just, man, I can't believe I did that shit.
Yeah. But I'm gonna. My goal now is to just. There's a couple of bangers that I want to go back and get, and then there's other ones I never had the time to go back and get. So I'll eventually, over time, just slowly, gradually pick those up. But I'm not in a rush. I'm really not.
You know what? And you said about banger titles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most collectors, well, I don't say all collectors, we all kind of know what those are and what it is for each one of us. And sometimes a banger title can be like a clean copy of Tetris, a box or something. Especially clean NES boxes are kind of bangers, and any kind of ones. But being old it is. But now I lost my train of thought on when I said the Tetris thing. But about getting bangers and stuff. The process of getting those games, is really like it is a long tedious process. You like you said before, you like some things you like it. You do kind of get attached to this stuff, and it's physical, and it's really like, oh my goodness! Like earlier, like I was saying, like I show the audience. Sorry, I'm going for them. I should show the audience, like the GameStop thing. Like when people see like Silent Hill 2, people know this is a banger game. Like, oh, Mega Game is a good game, but it's the most definite version, and like what, $109, which now is a lot more compared to like something maybe like like pick up this like Cyberskunk, pick up Cyberskunk, now it's okay now, but you definitely pick it up. People pick this up like I picked it for $3. You're gonna pick it up for your collection. So the art of physical collecting, I guess, is kind of changing. And are we kind of to blame for that a little bit? Like content creators, like people on social media and stuff like that. Because like one man's banger title may not be, especially with Neo Geo. Like, oh shoot, Neo Geo is like, hold on now,
It's different with Neo Geo though, because everybody knows what it is.
Yeah.
Like they don't know, but they know. They know, oh, that's the expensive console. That's the one. I'm like, I'm not about to spend my money on that. I'll just emulate it.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with emulation.
Mm-hmm.
I emulate too. I emulate Neo Geo games on multiple devices. The sacrifice that I've made is I need to finish the English set. So that's what I'm doing.
I think you will one day, and when we also always talking about like just talking about stuff, it kind of brings you in your vicinity, like you keep speaking stuff into existence. Like we jokingly, you said you kind of spoke this opportunity. If we track it back down, the way the pieces line up, it was kind of meant to happen. Because you kind of spoke it and you had a goal and the opportunity. I guess that's what it is. When you have your mind set on something, and then the opportunity presents itself, but then are you ready to pull that trigger? And that's what kind of what you explained to your video and about quality. The same thing with quality. Every collector kind of goes through that. They be like, dang, I have an opportunity to pull this, to get this. A lot of us collectors do have money or rich. We do have like a lot of great stuff on our shelves. But what something happens, like say like a gold Nintendo card comes up and you have an opportunity to get it, which that you didn't get that, but I'm saying you had a chance to get that. You be like, man, can I sacrifice all of this if you don't have the cash on the reserves? Like. Because and also too, it's nothing wrong with having like every game on your shelf. That's okay too. Because I look at that as art. Like Neo Geo, like for instance, we don't have to buy what an average game is like $200 game. Maybe you don't have to buy that. You can emulate every last one of them, but it's having that art there, that authentic piece, and it's great to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Like Sega Saturn, you don't have to buy every Sega Saturn game, but it's great to have that.
Yeah, it's funny you say piece and art in what you just said, because a lot of collectors, vintage video game collectors, refer to video games. Oh, that's a great piece that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the CIB or how mint it is. Especially in Neo Geo, that you hear a lot of the collectors talk about how, oh, it's mint, that there's no insertion marks on the cartridge, the manual's mint, the inside of the box doesn't have any cracks and all. I'm like, what? Like, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. And I've learned to look at it through a different lens. Like, I'm perfectly fine not getting mint. That means I get to save some money. As long as I get the game and I can play it, and as long as it doesn't look like trash on the shelf, I'm cool. Because when you was talking about like super mint, like, bro, you priced me way out of there. So
I would say for people like me, especially like growing up, because like one of my first systems was the NES, like Super Nintendo. Like,
hey, hold on, Nick. I'm sorry, y'all. I made a mistake on the chat thing, y'all. All subscribers can chat. I don't know what I did. That was my mistake. I was like, what? And then somebody, we got this. And I was like, ooh, I'm so sorry, y'all. So feel free if you're in the chat, you can. I'm so sorry. That's the first time I ever did that. That's the first time I've done that.
I've been a loyal subscriber since day one. I'm taking my business elsewhere, good sir. I don't need to be treated like this.
Thanks for Sarky. I was like, why is all Sarky?
Like, you got me to subscribe.
Look, he said, like, I got Sarky to subscribe. Thank you, man. Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's. I need to try that again this time. Sorry, guys. Wow. See, that's why we do this all week. It's been 18 minutes. I'm glad I caught that. Like, dang, I feel bad.
Yeah, that would have been something to be in like the 30-minute or hour mark. Like, damn, ain't nobody really commented. Like, oh, damn, they've been locked out this whole time.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. It's also to your subscribers on the What's up, man? Real quick. Hey, man, how you doing? I'm sorry about that, y'all.
That's good, Chuck Taylor.
My bad. I usually be on top of that, but anyway. Anyway, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you good. Long as everybody can say their piece in the comments, we all good. But what was my train? Oh yeah. But I was saying for people like me, because I grew up in like the NES, Super Nintendo days, right? But I never really had as much of an attachment or an affinity for that generation outside like the Mega Man games, the Castlevania games, and like maybe a few Ninja Turtles games.
Yeah.
So for somebody like me, if I go to any conventions like what you guys was talking about, like Retro Palooza or anything like that,
you would have been like what it won, really, like that one Southeast Game Exchange.
Yeah, I've been to one of those. Yeah, I've been to one of those before. But like,
You been away?
yeah, like I've been to that like a couple times actually. But the things I'll be looking for when it comes to like older games, I think I kind of like segment to myself to like a certain generation because like when it comes to like NES, what was it, Sega Master games, I'm only looking for like mainly like 3 series, which is of course the Mega Man games. I already got 3 and 6, and I found somebody who's tempting me with Mega Man 5 complete in box, but I'm trying to weasel that dude down the price a little bit. So potentially I got 2 of them already, potentially 3 that I'm gonna get, and I got another 3. So for somebody like me, if I had to go any of those conventions and stuff like that, all the NES games, I know you guys a little bit more knowledgeable stuff like that, but me personally, I don't give a damn about any of that stuff. It's just the Mega Man games, the first 3 Castlevania games, and like the 3 Ninja Turtles games. Other than that, if I see any other stuff, I mean that's honestly that's like beyond me at that point because like
I mean,
like
I'm kind of there with you on that because when I went to Palooza last weekend, I started picking up Genesis games, but like the vendor that had like this whole table full of Genesis games, I'm talking about these were the most mint Genesis games I had ever seen. I mean, normally like my past, like when I got rid of them before, man, they were dirty. I mean, I cleaned them, but man, they were rough. The missing manuals, inserts were junk. I'm talking about this stuff looked like it came right off the shelf. And from there, everything I looked at, I wasn't thinking just about the quality of the game, but I'm thinking about the quality, the condition of what I'm picking up.
right.
So now it's like,
I look at that. Besides this name, which I can get off, but you know, like I was showing you the other day, look how mint this Mario 2 is, and then like the manual.
baggy for that manual, son.
A baggy. Everything's a baggy now. But like, I need a box for this game. I do, but it would just like go ahead. I'm just showing y'all what you was talking about.
No,
like,
but I mean, it's all part of the quality conversation. Like, you know, depending on who you ask, it could be the quality of the game. It could be the quality of the condition of a game. It may not necessarily need to be a banger. It could be just like your standard game that you love, but you want it in a really good quality condition. So it's just, there's a lot of different ways that you can slice it when we're talking about quality.
Right.
I never seen Tecmo Bowl looking so good.
That's solid too.
My
Tecmo Bowl was beat up.
Huh? Because your Tecmo Bowl was beat up, you said?
It was beat up.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, that's right. You sold it.
I will say, like, even the thing with me, because you remember I was telling you guys this was like months ago, like those Armored Core games, like those things are starting to go up in price. And when I was younger, I was always like robots and guns and stuff like that. So Armored Core 6 came out. Was it 6? Yeah, it was 6 that came out last year. I was like, damn, like that reinvigorated like my love for the franchise. So I was like, man, I gotta go and get the other ones. And then when I started seeing those prices, Armored Core 1, 2, 3, 4, those 4 games alone was like $500. Each and every one of those individuals like between $80 to like $130. And then remember I told you guys like a month or some change ago with Space Marines 2, I was fiending for that shit when 2 came out. I was like, man, I really do love this, but I can't find the first one. And when I do find it, they charged $200 for it. And
I'll tell you this: when I was at Palooza, for 2.5 seconds, I was like, do I want to go back and pick up a couple of Xbox games? Well, let me go around and look at the tables. Man, when I saw those prices, I was like, hell no. Because when I was buying them, they were cheap. Like they were giving away these games when I was buying Xbox
Because I think some YouTuber, it was like some years ago, like some YouTuber said every anniversary on the 10-year mark of a console release, that's when people start going back and looking at those games. So PS3 and 360 came out, almost 20 years ago? So by that 10-year mark, like so at that between that 10 to 15, 20-year mark, that's when them should start to skyrocket. So that's why you're seeing stuff like Ashura's Wrath going for like $60-$70. Those Armored Core games I was telling you about. Freaking
I had a sealed copy of that. I should have kept it.
So that's a good ass game too.
It is.
It reminds me of Dragon Ball so much. Oh, episodic anime games, you know?
Yeah.
I think what's crazy about Ashura's Wrath is I think if you got like the complete edition, because like the market is down now. So if you got the complete edition, there was like a cliffhanger at the original version. So you have to get the complete version to get like the entire story. Cause that was
you had to buy it for like $3 on the store.
Yeah, because there was like a hidden or secret episode that you couldn't get unless you purchased it. So unless you got like that disc, ain't no way for you to find out what happened unless you watch it on YouTube. So
What's the
actually get that experience?
What's the one, like, if you had the opportunity right now, it doesn't have to be something crazy, but like what's the one game that, like, if you could,
That's why.
You said what now?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you could name 3 games that you would want right now from a quality standpoint, what would they be?
Dracula's Curse Super Nintendo, Mega Man X3 Super Nintendo, and probably come back to me on the third one. But I'll top my my head, definitely those 2, especially that Dracula X. I'm still salty. I sold that mother for like $20, like
what about you, Ned?
20 years ago. So.
I would love to have a sealed Ninja Gaiden on NES.
The first one.
The first one, yeah, the first one. That's my favorite. I would like to have a Final Fight Guy on Super Nintendo.
Blockbuster exclusive. That one.
Yeah, like that joint. And then probably damn, it's on Mystical Ninja, Goemon's Great Adventure, CIB on Nintendo 64.
That was a good one.
I thought you about to say the Super Nintendo version. I was like, well,
no, I got the Super Nintendo version.
I was about to say there's a game shop that actually has like complete box. So I was like, oh, if you're looking for it, you got it. All right.
Yeah.
I definitely probably would like to have if it's on Super Nintendo, you like a mint copy of Mega Man X3 or Turtles in Time. I mean, there's affordable. Unaffordable, I'm going Neo Geo. Like, definitely Metal Slug. Any of this Metal Slug 1, definitely 1 or 2, definitely one of those. I guess, like I said, I had so much and things I just haven't found, so it's really kind of hard to say. Really, now it probably would be just mostly Neo Geo stuff because I wouldn't want to pay for the prices and stuff like that, because there's some banger titles like Slug 1 is amazing. I played on this pocket though. I played it forever. Just had an authentic copy of that. That'd be, and then an impossible to find ones. Then I'd love to have those. So if it's somebody can like magically get them, yep, I have those, but attainable. For some reason, I always loved Mega Man 7. It was a weird Super Nintendo game. Because it was Mega Man 7 came at a weird ass time.
It did. It came out right
after 8.
After X, it came out right after X2, but before 3, and then it was like a year before 8 or something. Like
it was in that weird time, and then it had this weird animation, and it was like, okay, I get it, but it wasn't. It was like they saw how good Mega Man X was, which Mega Man X is outstanding. I mean, I think Mega Man X and Mega Man X and Mega Man 2 are probably the top Mega Man games. A lot of people.
I can agree with that.
And then it was just weird. Getting in was just weird.
I think it was mainly how big the sprites were, because
the sprites were super big. Yes, it was.
From Mega Man 1 to 6, and he was like, man, this dude packed up some pounds. Hold on.
He did. He was chunky. He was a chunky boy. But it was a good game, though.
I think that was mainly it was because, I mean, the art style changed a little bit, but it was still within the realms of, all right, it's still Mega Man, but it was mainly, for me at least, it was how big the sprites were.
Okay, so I tell you what, banger I'm going to get next, probably. I want to get one day. I'm going to get some more Super Nintendo games and including blocks, but I've been wanting this for a while. It's Street Fighter Alpha 2 on Super Nintendo. Completely in box. I want a nice, fresh copy. I know a game is trash, and it's on the Super Nintendo game that load.
I mean,
no, on Super,
but it's buggy. Yeah,
it loads, but I love it. I don't know why. I love Street Fighter Alpha 2 is probably my favorite Street Fighter outside of outside of Third Strike. It would be third. No, I can't say I like Alpha 2 better than Third Strike. Third Strike, it took me 10 years to like, or 5 years to like, because I remember when Street Fighter 3 came out, I was like, what is this? And I was like, okay, I'll play it. And then when Third Strike, then it was a Street Fighter 3, then it was Street Fighter 2, a Second Impact, and then Third Strike. Second Impact was cool, but Third Strike was like, oh, okay, this is finally Street Fighter. I couldn't put my mind outside of Street Fighter not having a 2 beside it. And I was in the arcade, I was like, okay, this is weird. This animation is different. This is really kind of complicated. But why? So I just went back to Alpha 2. And then when Alpha 2 Gold came out on Saturn, or that was just it. Street Fighter Alpha 2, the definite version, I love it.
I think. Oh no, what you saying this? But
I was just saying, like, I mean, Alpha 2. Well, all my experience with Street Fighter was on Super Nintendo up until PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, and then Street Fighter Alpha 2. And I'm like, well, what happened to Alpha 1? I didn't know at the time because I didn't have a PlayStation. Then when I moved to PlayStation, I still didn't have Alpha 2. I didn't even realize Alpha 2 was on PlayStation 1. I didn't even realize that.
Shoot, that was one of the first games I got when I rented. My one.
But when Alpha 3 came out, bruh, Alpha 3
was good. Alpha 3 was
World Tour made that game.
It did.
World Tour made that game. But when I made the switch to Third Strike, the mechanics were different. I mean, Third Strike is a very well polished fighting game.
Beat them up, guys.
Very well polished fighting game. But the announcer
that makes sense.
In Alpha 3, the best announcer.
I would say, bro, with Street Fighter 3, I think, well, for me at least, because like I didn't play the first version when it came out. I didn't play Double Impact. It was Third Strike, the first one I played. But the thing that was weird for me, at least, honestly, it was the roster. Because when I looked at the characters,
huge.
Honestly, it's like some of those characters. I may be castrated out for this, but like some of the rosters on there look like Darkstalkers rejects, bro. Like, cause like 13, what was it, like 11, the little white looking sperm looking thing, that thing, Necron, the dude with the long arms. I'm like,
oh yeah, bro.
Some of them dudes look weird, bro. And then it was the first time we got a Street Fighter game like after Super Street Fighter 2 that you didn't have any variation of a Guile or a Cammy. You had characters that kind of have functions like them, but
yeah, like
as y'all can see, like after Street Fighter 3, y'all kept seeing a Cammy, y'all kept seeing a Guile or Charlie or something. You always kept seeing
Nash would have had. I mean, I'm calling him Nash, but it's Charlie. But I'm thinking about. I played so much of the Japanese version. I said Nash. I played so much of the Japanese versions. Like
I call him Nash. It's the same character. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's the same thing. There, you can see how much you can tell I'm a Street Fighter nerd because I enjoy the Japanese. I enjoy the Japanese versions better than the American in a way because the American voice actors on some Street Fighter games just didn't come through for me. Only thing I missed was like
you're talking about for the newer ones. I was like,
yeah. Well, no, I'm talking the older ones, not the new ones. I do the older games, and stuff like that and stuff.
I think if you like the Japanese Street Fighter, because I know what Vega and Bison, they switched those names around.
Yeah.
Had to,
but every time I look at it, I know his name is Vega in Japan, but he looks like a Bison to me, man. Like that shit, it just can't come out of my head now. Like Bison, Bison looks like who he does in America, and Vega looks like he does in America. So
Mike Bison.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. Oh, when you talking about Battery and Toshiden, I think that does need a remaster, a whole remaster. That was the first PlayStation game I played. I put that in, and then I put in Jumping Flash. That was 3 games. Do you know what? That's why I need to go back and buy. I need to go back and buy again Jumping Flash and Battery and Toshiden, like the long box, because those games was, oh my gosh, talk about quality back in the day when I rented from Blockbuster. Wow, that was good. Thank you for that. Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
there's always some good bangers back in the day, man. Dang.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to go back and get I don't know if you guys heard of Iron Man and Exo and Heavy Metal on the PS1.
Okay,
like that. That game, it's all right, but that was the first game I played on my PS1. It was that. That was the first game I owned. The first 3 games I played was Street Fighter Alpha 2, that, and Jumping Flash. Those 3. So I actually want to go back and get it just for the sentimental fact that was the first game I played on PlayStation. So. It's all right, but it just holds a special memory in my heart because that was the first 2-player game that me and my brother actually sat down and played all the way through.
Here's 2 Nintendo games that made me think because I had picked them up and I had sent them off. But Robo Warrior and Batman, I want those two complete. Robo Warrior, I don't know what it was about that game, but I like. Did y'all play Robo Warrior?
That sound familiar. Hold on.
I didn't.
Yeah, Robo Warrior was really good, and it was kind of like Blaster Master a little bit.
Blaster Master.
Even cap. I don't think I've ever. Oh, this is an NES. So yeah, there's
NES Robo Warrior. Yeah,
there's a bunch of stuff that's like I said, NES. Anything like before '92, that's on my wheelhouse.
I stole the fucking Jetman though.
I know about that though. and that was the second thing that popped up too. So legit, man.
Oh, hey, yeah, it's known as Bomber King, action puzzle video game available on Hudson Soft.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing this.
It's a good game, man. It's a really good game. It was just weird, but I remember buying that. They always, and it was like kind of like a fake Bomberman, but it was still like it was a little bit more action than Bomberman was. You know, you had like the bombs and everything with it, but as you progress, it's like Bomberman mixed with Zelda a little bit.
I see what that. It's that top down perspective and it has like that maze thing. Yeah, I can see exactly you make the two correlations between.
And then the original Batman on NES. Oh my gosh,
I remember playing that one. That one was fire. The intro alone, I was like, damn, y'all was like,
they did go harder than intro,
like,
did you?
That was a cinematic masterpiece, man. It's like because I think that came out. Was that before Ninja Gaiden or was that after? Oh, let me look that up. Hold on.
Ninja Gaiden was what 85, I think.
Batman came out before. I mean, Batman came after.
Batman was 87, right?
Yes,
I'm looking.
It came after the movie.
That was based off the movie, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of the way. Because that
was
jumped out the car. He's like, and he stood up like I said, "Oh, what is he doing?" I couldn't believe it.
December 1989. Yeah, and Ninja Gaiden was what?
Ninja Gaiden was 87. It had to be 87. I think Ninja Gaiden was 87. 87 to 88.
88. December 9th, 1988. So it was 1 year after. 1 year after
it was released in Japan in 88, in 89 in North America.
Oh, okay. So roughly around the same time.
So same time.
So they was cooking. It was cooking on the intros, man. That was I couldn't believe they pulled that off on that thing. That was.
I'll tell you this: the cinematic intro for Ninja Gaiden was fire.
Oh yeah,
it was. That story was dope, man.
Bro.
Like,
bro,
man,
wasn't that one of the first games on NES that had cutscenes like that?
Kind of. I think they had
because like games had cutscenes,
but some other ones
too. They didn't look like that though.
Like it can't. I think that's why I like to go back and play that game so much.
It was ahead of its time. Like it did something that probably no games or like maybe something that you count on your hand that did what it was doing at that time. Especially
that was the first game that I experienced a glitch in.
What glitch?
Bug. Like, did you know that when you get to the last, to the final boss and you lose, it sends you back to the very first portion of the last stage. Did you not realize that?
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, it was just they just shipped it like that. It wasn't supposed to originally do that. It was
really
you die, and then if you still have lives, you would still be close to the boss area. But instead, it pushes you back outside, and you have to fight your way back in.
I think that's ain't no glitch. I think that's just Nintendo games just doing it, man.
Bruh. Well, I mean, I don't know, but
I think because Mega Man did that same bullshit.
Bruh.
You get halfway, you go all the way back. Like I was right at the door, and they sent me right back to the second stage. I mean, I second stage, but the second part of the level.
Talk about moving some furniture at 5, bruh. Come on.
Mega Man. Okay, speaking of moving furniture, them darn disappearing bricks on Mega Man, they be going over a lot of was. They
were worse. They were worse on the Game Boy games, like Dr. Wily's Revenge on Game Boy. But that was I couldn't beat that game for like 2 years when I first had it because of that one level, that one Wily level at the very end, those disappearing blocks. Hey man, I was like 6 years old at the time. I couldn't do it.
Man, them disappearing blocks still bother me to this day. And like you like 2, I think I remember them because at the end of 2, you know that dragon to be chasing you and they had them disappearing blocks. I'm like, are you serious? But when I finally beat Dr. Wily because he turned to that little alien and started running around and stuff, like Mega Man 2 had a really good sequence of ending.
You know, one thing I didn't like about Mega Man 2, I know that's like always regarded as like the best out of the entire franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like that anytime that you were like moving to the left or to the right, and if you let go, whatever direction you were going in, he did that little thing. He slid for like a second and a half. I did not like that.
I didn't never notice it.
You never noticed it? Yeah, like next time you play Mega Man 2, like move to the left or to the right and just let go. He'll stop, but he won't stop. He'll move a little bit and then he'll like slide a little bit, just a little bit. And then my Mega Man 3, they changed that. Because
did Mega Man 3 introduce a slide or 4 introduce a slide?
It was 3.
Okay.
Because 6 was the first one I played, because I didn't play Mega Man 1 or 2 up until the Anniversary Collection back in 2004. So I played in order. I played 1 all the way through 8. So I played 1 and 2. I'm like, why does it control like this? It was slippery. Like that's literally what it was. Because like next time you go back and play, like you'll see what I'm talking about. Like play.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and do that then.
Play 2 and then just play, then just move to left or right to let go. You'll see he'll do like a little slide. Like it's barely noticeable, but if you play platformers, like you can tell it's there. And then go right to playing 3 and then do the exact same thing. You'll be able to tell the difference. Because he stops on a dime in 3 and afterwards. But 1 and 2, nah, man. That's what made platforming on 1 and 2 significantly harder than compared to the rest of the franchise, at least for me.
So hey, chat, like keep telling everybody, hey chat, keep letting us know y'all banger titles and recommendations. It's been good chat and stuff. But those Mega Man games, like Mega Man 4, I remember when Mega Man 4 came out, it was such a different feeling for Mega Man 4
or X4.
No, Mega Man 4, not X4.
Okay.
Mega Man 4. Like it had the cover was that like Pharaoh theme type of cover, like Egypt type of theme.
Giant like, Pharaoh man staying on
top. Pharaoh man on there. Yeah.
Like, why is this man almost the same width and height at the tower? Like, hold on, they somebody didn't draw this right.
It did and then the enemy was Dr. Cossack, how you say it? Cossack, but it was really Wild in the Skies or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That was like Red Herring. That was that Scooby-Doo. I know who it was. It was Red Herring. Oh, there he goes again.
Yeah, but it was good. It was a good twist though. That was a good twist because like, okay, if Wild has been defeated, here he come back again. And then in the middle, it said Dr. C. I said, who is this? I said, oh, okay.
I think by Mega Man 6, it got absurd because you remember the whole Mr. X thing. And it's like, I was like, hey, you know that meme to where the dude's like standing up close in the camera. He was like, now stand back. He was like, I lost 50 pounds. And then it's just literally the dude standing forward. And then he's like moving back. It's like, bro, all you do is just move. Like, you ain't fooling nobody, bro. It's you. Like, you just got a beard on.
Man, just Mega Man 4 was really, really weird. I mean, not weird. Well, it was a weird one. 4 was a different shift because as soon as I rented and played, I'm like, okay. But all of the darn games was difficult as I don't know what, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all this question. Do y'all think we have quality-based modern games?
No.
Damn.
No, we don't. We don't.
He started.
We don't. Bro. We fucking don't.
This is the way you said it. Like, do you think we have quality modern based games? Like, excuse me? I don't think we've been.
Okay, let me rephrase. Damn.
You get go on, brother.
Let me rephrase that. Okay, have we seen in the last 3 years?
Okay,
a quality based modern game, and if we have,
that's
he said he's trying to start a war. Like, look,
I know, right? He's like
open minded here. Like, I'm talking about 3 games. Just 3.
Which one?
I mean, just any
3. Oh, in the last 3 years, just pick.
In the last 3 years, you can name 3 games.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Elden Ring, and
I can say,
and most recent Space Marines 2. I go most recent Space Marines 2.
Quality. You know what? I would say Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That's a freaking quality game. And I guess I'm gonna go more fighting, so I would say Dragon Ball Fighters too. But Dragon Ball. As much as people bitch about the game, The Last of Us Part 2 or The Last of Us remakes on the PS5, those are okay. Those remakes
don't count.
Okay.
Gotta be a new game.
All right. Yeah. What about God of War? Oh. Okay, I'll say this: Spider-Man Miles Morales. Even though it was a short, like 8-hour game. 8-hour game. fucking fantastic. Really,
Oh,
really nice, really good story. Really good story.
Especially in a launch title, that was a hell of a title.
Huh?
They
What's
still
that next thing? This is going to ask and it has played Concord, New Dragon Age.
Did you play Popcorn? I heard it was amazing. It was so good.
We
They
didn't play it, but
Sorry
we got a
about that.
copy.
I'm not even touching that.
Hey, don't put it. Hey, look. Hey, don't. I wouldn't even bother putting it inside your PlayStation because Sony's just gonna take that shit away. They'll be like, "Oh, you still got a copy? Oh, they
Hey, your whole PlayStation gonna disappear. Like, where my PlayStation go?
It's gonna be like, this system
gonna play
will
extended,
self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Wait, what? Now it's gonna be that meme with that kid. He's doing like that little black. He's doing like this, and he just disappears.
Okay. So if we're thinking about quality modern, we've thrown out
Red Dead 2. You know what? Red Dead 2 was
Red
dope.
Dead 2 is good.
Red Dead 2 was dope. And it still got hidden stuff every day that I be seeing, like every day, but at least once a month I see something like, oh, that was in the game. Okay.
The whole thing with the horse testicles when it shrinks in the wintertime, I had no idea that was a thing until somebody bought that up some years ago. I was like, all right.
Okay, so let's do it this way then. Nominate your 3 games for Game of the Year so far. That would be considered your grail, or not grail, but that would be considered your quality modern games.
I can go first.
Some of the games that came out.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Okay.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Okay.
Stellar Blade.
That's 3.
There's 3. Okay. I would say I got at least 5.
If you got 2 more, drop them.
Space Marines 2, and I haven't even played Black Myth Wukong yet, but everything I saw like that, I'm waiting for the physical version. I told you I was waiting for the physical version.
I got 2 of them.
Go ahead. You tell. Mine's mostly gonna be fighting games. So go ahead and say.
No, go ahead, bro.
No, you go ahead. Go because it's mine's pretty okay. I would say Astrobot.
Okay.
That's a real
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, and Tekken 8.
Tekken 8's really good.
2 more.
Yeah, Tekken. No, I said Astrobot.
That's 4, right?
No, I said 3. You said 3. I said Astrobot. Marvel Fighting Game Collection. To me, that's personally to me, Marvel. Well, probably, I've been waiting on that damn collection, for years.
Okay.
And then Tekken 8. Tekken 8 has been fantastic. I love Tekken 8.
I'm so bad about it. I'm so bad. So Black Myth Wukong for sure.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Damn,
I can't really say that because it's getting around to it. It's getting good.
What?
But I can't give it a game of the year.
Mm-hmm. What is it? Say it.
Like something recent? They gotta spoil it for you.
Diablo 4. I can't.
Oh. Are you talking about the Vessel of Hatred or something like that?
Yeah.
You talking about
that expansion is really good.
Okay.
That expansion is really good.
What's up,
I
Ray?
could probably give Sparkling Zero a 4. I could probably add that to the list, even though I haven't played it.
Yeah, but that's my runner up because it's so new. But Sparkling Zero is.
I said earlier in the year, Power World. I haven't played it in like 6 months.
You better pray.
Nobody said nothing for Nintendo this year.
I'll say you better pray to Nintendo. Don't.
Okay, so we got some stuff with Nintendo. We had some Nintendo in the chat. I think we had the Zelda game. Someone shouted that out.
I'm trying to think. Like I know about Switch games this year, but I don't think anything.
Nothing that stood out this year with Nintendo because it's in their last year. I mean, everything they put out was good. Like, okay, what did Mario Wonder come out this year? Or was that last year?
That was last year.
Yeah.
October.
God dang. Okay, I ain't gonna say Princess Peach, but it was good. Princess Peach Showtime was okay. It was good, but Paper Mario.
Like, Nintendo, what all did they really have come out here? They had Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, but that's a remaster
remake, and then like Nintendo World Championships. Like,
you thought
that was a collection.
Star Wars Outlaws was good.
Who said that? I want to say I don't think nobody.
He said he's choosing war. I just want to know. I want him to type it in the chat. I want to know his perspective on the game.
I heard that wasn't good.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I love Star Wars.
I was like, if you a big Star Wars fan, then I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't fantastic either. But if you're a fan of it, of course you'll let a few things slide by more than anybody else would. So.
I mean, it's not like dumpster fire or anything like that, but it needed a little bit of work. I will say
that's why you got to get a PlayStation 5 Pro next Thursday. I'll be getting one with you.
He's like, yeah.
Where did that come from?
I'm just saying. I mean, that solves all your problems. Y'all complaining the game is not working right on PS5. Well, hey, you get a Pro, it might make it go. You get a PlayStation 5 Pro, your games are gonna go. Nah. Fuck y'all.
Nah. Nah.
That thing should have went gold the moment it came out in 2020. So
oh, shut up, y'all gonna be getting it.
I am not. I didn't told you I'm not getting that thing.
I'm clip it. I'm a test it.
Clip it, Destiny. Cause watch. Soon GTA 6, watch who gonna get it. This right here,
PlayStation 5 Pro.
This guy right here, and this blender right here, yeah. You get
what
one.
Game? What you talking about?
You talking about GTA 6 when it come out? Bet you gonna get it for that? What?
I'm not getting it for GTA 6.
You gonna get on what? Series X?
GTA 6 is not a game that's gonna force me to buy it. There's only one game out there, and Sony already blew that up. So,
oh yeah, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, like you said, you're not gonna buy another Neo Geo game.
Say no remake for you.
Oh. Now you know why I said that. You know why I said I wasn't gonna buy another Neo Geo game.
You said that what 4 times already?
And, well,
let me clear my throat.
I got blessed. I got blessed. So that's why.
Let me clear my throat.
That was an anointing. You just got what you talking about.
Right? Every time this dude say he ain't buying another Neo Geo game, that's like me saying I'm not gonna sell another game, maybe.
Don't do me. No,
what?
No, don't be over here trying to gaslight me.
Negro, you gonna buy another game? Watch it. Okay, you go, ladies and gentlemen. I bet this is what he gonna say. Well, I got a bonus, so they said I had to pick something, so I just went and picked one. I got a cheap. He gonna get one, whether he get a bonus or he gets one as a gift. He's gonna have a PlayStation 5 Pro because he has to have the best of the best too, just like me. Just admit it.
I am not buying.
Just admit it.
I am not buying it.
There you go. That's his out. He's not buying it. That's his out. He didn't say he would not own it.
I'm not buying it, and if someone gave it to me, I would give it away.
Stop lying. Whoa.
I'm not going to.
Why you always lying? Why you always lying?
I would say somebody gave it to me.
Chat, I would. You can timestamp this. All this. I'll tell you what. If someone gifted me a PS5 Pro, I would do a giveaway on my channel for it.
Yeah, definitely clip that.
You can put that in writing. I'll sign it, date it, all that. Stamp it. Whatever you need.
I sign it too.
Sign that NDA, brother.
Done.
That means that means he's getting 2.
What?
Oh, he's just getting one. We actually meant
it up.
How do you get that? I'm gonna buy or I'm gonna get.
You did not say you went on one. You said you would give one away.
That means PS5. That's more than enough.
Y'all,
can I play the same game on PS5? Yes, I can.
Y'all,
he
bullshit.
Can I? Let me ask you. Can I play the same games on PS5, just the standard PS5? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Then why do I need a PS5 Pro?
Bro,
I was saying, well, not really needing, but
you have top of line TV. You have a top of line TV. You just got my Xbox Series X, which I didn't play.
I need that. I wanted.
Yeah, I know you play. I never played my Xbox, but you have top of line stuff. You going to get you.
Just because I have top of line stuff don't mean I have to have top of
line.
Don't
hurt myself stretching.
I'll be the same way too. Sometimes like, I'm still rocking my iPhone 12 Pro Max. So what are we on? What 16 now? 15?
Which iPhone you get?
I got a 12 Pro Max.
Oh, nice. I shouldn't have got the newest one. I could have kept my 14 for another year.
That's why I waited. I'm waiting.
Only reason I didn't because like I needed this right here and like the camera is actually better, but you know, from 14 to that, yeah. But anyway, all right, we gonna get it. But anyway,
Move it. He gonna get it. Moving
move
on.
on.
I,
Move
I
it.
don't know why you keep thinking that. Like I have this whole time
I
I've
know
been
your
telling you
history.
that I wasn't gonna get it.
I know your history. You said the same thing.
No, you know my history for Neo Geo.
Okay.
You know my history for Neo Geo. You do
Yeah,
not
we
know
have
my.
Neo Geo,
You
yeah,
should
you-
understand my history for
You-
PlayStation.
Wait a minute, hold on. You got serious. You pointed the camera.
Yeah,
You know my, you know my history. You pointed hard like you know.
Yeah, they burned that man pretty bad by Knights of the Old Republic remake. A year later, oh no, we were just fucking with y'all.
I know, right? He's still mad.
Look, I've been.
I'll be
told
mad
y'all
too. Shit.
that was the only game that would have gotten. That was the game that got me to buy the PS5 in the 1st place, or so early. I would have eventually bought one. But if they messed that up, they messed it up. That was the game. That was what I wanted.
He said, "Mega, you getting it? Mega's getting it." I think he said he was trying to get one. Did you?
Yeah, I'm getting one for review purposes, and I'm keeping for about a week or two, and then see what I want to do with it.
Oh yeah.
Then afterwards, yeah. But yeah, I told you guys I'm doing a video on that, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna make an appearance video on that. But yeah, I'm gonna have one for about 2 or so weeks, and then after that, I'll decide whether it's worth me
You
keeping.
better not do that crazy.
But
Yeah, I do. I have the list. Yeah, I have the whole spreadsheet. So I've kind of like outlined which games I'm gonna go back and grab. I'm not getting them all, but there's a handful.
Oh, he said right here for you, Megan. Right here, he said. Now, okay, he said no. I know, Mega. Sorry, I didn't catch your name, brother.
Are you good, man? Oh, you like my actual name? Or
Oh, we don't have our names right here.
oh, wait a minute. Oh, you talking about in the actual video? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you don't have them under our video.
Why is that?
I don't know. You the leader.
I know, right? Because when it told me to join the stream, it usually has like put your name at the bottom of it. I thought
it does,
because I can see it on my screen on the bottom, like Ayo Mega at the bottom.
Amateur hour tonight.
But I can't see it.
Oh, I see. You know what? Okay, I tell you why. You know what? Because sorry, Streamyard just went from like $25 a month to $44, right? Okay.
God, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I remember you did say there was a price.
Yeah, and I was thinking about leaving
I
it.
was
So
paying I wasn't
it's
paying attention to it being that much though. Like, damn.
But okay, so they made some changes, y'all. So like now you automatically get like high definition video, $44.
Mm-hmm.
But also too, I didn't go through the presets because you know everybody's been busy, and this is our first like kind of like back, and in the summer it gets really busy for people. But like here, like let me see, can I show this right here? See, like there we go. Like
okay.
Oh, what the heezy?
See right there, like, and it changed a lot of stuff. Like, look, it changed these up right here, y'all. So it changed a lot of stuff. And then look at this right here, y'all. This is kind of crazy. This right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, so before
they gave us like different things, you know, they gave us different stuff that I really haven't just went through and tested out yet.
So before that price increase in last
they
time
didn't have a lot.
You didn't have all. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, okay. If they're increasing the price and they're doing stuff like that, I can see why.
And see, look at us. I can change like these little things right here.
How do you change the message under there? I'm trying to remove that.
It says addition hill is starts tomorrow.
I'm like, what?
I guess that's does it start tomorrow?
No, it started a long time ago.
But
that was back when we did the last episode.
Yeah,
about a month and a half. Yeah, a month some change ago. Yeah,
man.
I kind of like this blue.
And then, is there any background music? Or they take that away too?
They took that away too, but I don't know where is it. They took a lot of stuff off, like music too. There you go. Like, where is it? I don't see the music on here no more. Like, so I don't know.
You gotta pay for the music.
Let me see. Oh, here it is. It's here. But they put a lot of more stuff here. Like, y'all, like, all right, so let's see. The music is here, so y'all forgive me. It's been.
I'll forgive him, brother. Like I said, it's been a good minute. We just getting back to swing of things, so it's all cool.
But the music hit hurt. But I noticed like a lot of stuff was missing and stuff, and they changed a lot of this stuff up. So I'm like, but it's cool. I just put it in my budget for the month. I mean, but that's another $24, or not $24, but another $20. It just
I'm
y'all think this. Hey, and like I said, this stuff. What is? He said, "Man, everything's going up. All my streaming. Yeah, all my streaming going up." No, man. What are y'all laughing at? This right here.
Oh shoot!
What is funny? I don't get it. What y'all?
You didn't see it underneath his. It was underneath his name. If I
Oh, I'm not rich. I'm not rich. That's funny. But no, like you're serious. All the stuff has been going up though. It's it's frustrating. It is. And it's been so frustrating. It's been like y'all, just all this mess has been just. It's been. Let's see. Look, it's been rich like this. Let me put the rich background on there.
Is that a gold card?
Yeah, that was a gold card. Let me had that. There's a gold card right here.
What would y'all do with a gold card?
I'll sell it.
Yep, I'm about to say that's.
I definitely sell it.
Ain't got no place here.
Some other stuff. I definitely 100% sell that joint. I mean, I'll grade it, then I'll sell it. I 100% will grade it, then sell it, because why not? I don't need a gold card. I mean, bragging rights. I'll make a video on it and then I'll sell it, because forget that.
I'm the same way, because like I know
what. Yeah, I know he's a chicken's cup. Yeah, I know, right?
Did I drop S-ball?
You did. I earlier probably did. Because when you was pointing in all that shit.
Oh, my bad.
What you got in your cup?
Oh, it's empty.
What you had in your cup?
Vodka.
Okay, they are so funny that people who follow us all this time knows anytime you drink, you gonna say shit at least a couple times. It's kind of funny. That's hilarious. Oh my god, thank y'all for staying. That's what I need, because they know the jokes. People know the jokes and stuff like that. They know.
Ray always going in on me, bro.
He is. That's like, if you saw your curls, you know he got some curls and shit, boy.
Yeah, I cut my hair today, so I'm letting it off.
I thought that hat feel a little tight, boy. He means I got curls.
I got a lot of hair going on up in here. It's compressed right now.
that boy growing that thing out. All right,
you gotta press these curls. Yeah, can't have the juices and berries flowing out tonight.
So what else y'all been doing, man? We'll get back to the conversation. Like, this has been like. And also, too, guys, I'm not like trying to hold to a like every Friday night again, because everybody is in relationships except for me and Nick. Mostly everybody was married. People come on and stuff. So thank y'all for sticking in, and coming and sticking by and showing up when the podcast drops and stuff like that. It's going to be like that for a little while till we get something like permanent. But I'm not going nowhere, and I enjoy doing it. But just you gotta find good times. We might start pre-recording it and putting it up, but it just live is pretty cool. I like live.
I like the chat.
The chat is crazy.
Yeah. I love the chat. Yeah.
Oh look, he says Neo mess when he's drinking. He went from Neo Nest to Neo mess.
I'm not that bad. That was only one time. That was only one episode. I said I'd never that much again.
Ivan Cage, he says, "Do you have the PlayStation 5 Slim Pro?" I had one. And what's your favorite PS5 game now? That story.
Is that a question directed to everybody?
Yes.
So yeah, I personally have a Slim now. My favorite game on the PlayStation 5 right now. Yeah, I'll probably still say Space Marines 2. Like I've been fiending on that. I've been playing it every night for at least a good 3 to 4 hours every night. Cause when it initially came out and people were reviewing it, they was like, damn, this shit is just like a game from the 360 and PS3 generation. And it was like, we need more games like this. And then with the reviews and the sales came out, because I think last month they just reported it sold like over 5 million units across everything.
But
it's the highest selling like Warhammer game ever, and it's like one of the top play games on like Steam and like PlayStation and like multiplayer wise. But like when it came out, I was like, man, it's games like that makes me love like this type of medium, because it goes back into the whole thing when this is like podcast episodes ago, when like they're trying to chase like 4K and like all this highest graphical fidelity. I'm like, man, it's like the game looks great. Don't get me wrong, like it looks like freaking phenomenal, but that game is a shining example of if you give people what they want, you make it to the best that you can, like from a technical standpoint, from the controls, the graphics, stuff like that, and just make it fun, and people will actually play it. Like go figure, make a fun game, people will go out and play it. Like, oh,
who knew?
Who knew? I mean, hey, but don't tell Ubisoft that, because you know they struggling over there. But if anybody works at Ubisoft, hey, look, don't at me, bro. I'm just like I'm giving you the keys to success, but at the same time, I mean, it's not necessarily giving the keys when the keys are already in the middle of the street. You just gotta pick them up and drive away. But hey, I guess you guys didn't want to get a first class demeanor or whatever. So whatever.
I mean, can we say that for the folks in the back too, for the other developers and publishers too? Because like, dang, they need to hear that as well.
I guess crazy, bro. Like the games that have come out this year that people have been raving about don't even really push the envelope like that. It's just games that are just made just to be fun. Like that I think somebody brought up in the chat, like the Metaphor ReZero. That's essentially a Persona game.
Everybody said that game was a good game. It says like it's super deep. It takes on a lot of issues and stuff. But then somebody said it takes on like these issues like race and class. But it says people who complain they can't get that far in the game, so they can't complain about it.
Yeah, that's those people who be like, man, I hate this.
The grifters, that's what they call them, grifters.
It's like, yeah, the grifters. Yeah, it was I hate the stuff being in games. It's like, well, it's a game.
Or I hate women in the game. Or
it has all the stuff y'all don't like, but y'all don't seem to be.
They can't get. They said they can't get past. Yeah, they said they can't get past first level. They don't. They don't have the patience to play it, so it ain't. They go complain and make videos about it, which is kind of true. Oh, this game is a DEI game. Ooh. What? Fuck. Hell. What are you talking about?
That'd be those same people. Because there's been and we won't have to direct the conversation towards this, but like there's been an influx of people who just be talking about stuff like that, and they either don't play the game or don't play it to a certain extent to where they'll play like the first like hour or so of the game and this is trash or whatnot. I was like, man, dog, this game was like 70 to 100 hours. Like, man, you didn't even give it a chance. Like, come on, bro, at least break the 20-hour mark before you decide something's going on with it.
Yeah. But I'm not a big RPG game. I barely like play. I play games, but I play for like spurts. I get on Sparking Zero, play it real quick. Still trying to learn. Man, I got my tail kicked and went online.
Did you know, man? Like,
there's a lot of spamming on that game, but that game is so unbalanced right now. They need to do an update because I don't want to go online and just get destroyed.
I should have been told you that like weeks ago, Steve. Like, those games ain't. You can go online and play them, but they ain't meant for people like you and me to go on there and play them. Like,
no, they be spamming.
They ain't meant for you and me. They are meant for those sweaty high school nerd athletes, dudes who do nothing but play like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, those other Dragon Ball Z, the Bleach games. Those people live in those dudes to be going to those conventions to be sitting by themselves, be sweating, waiting for somebody to get on the sticks. It's made for those dudes, man. I'm calling them out because I can't stand those motherfuckers. I hate every single one of them. That mean the main reason I don't want to be buying that stuff. I'm like, damn, I just want to enjoy a casual match. And y'all motherfuckers over here keep picking. Got Ultra Instinct Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Y'all keep picking all the OP characters. I can't stand it. I'm sorry. I apologize, people. I apologize to all of you.
You ain't lying though.
I did not mean to get over emotional, but dog.
He ain't lying.
I have not bought that game because I know how I am. First thing I want to do is go online. Those motherfuckers won't let me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, man, I want to be chilling in the game and stuff. Shit, the computer is until you learn. Okay, the game is fantastic. Sparkling Zero is like every I ain't gonna say every, but I really do think it's the ultimate Dragon Ball game right now. It really is because it covers so much. It's so deep. The little jokes and everything that's in it. And then even like the what if fights and stuff like that. But then you go online and people just ruin shit. Oh, like the one with Hercule. Oh, I got something for you. Like, oh, here you go. Like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no. Every time. Oh, yeah. And it throw a little gift at you and blow you up. And then you get it and do it again. Do it again. I'm like, what are you doing? Why? Stop.
I think one of my favorite one of my favorite lines was I didn't play and get to the part when
I'm gonna go get me a drink right now too.
Somebody posted a clip where Vegeta was like, "All right, son, if you beat me, I'll take you to the park for 1 hour." And this nigga Trunks goes, "No cap, let's go." I said, "I can't believe."
Yo, bro. Y'all wildin'. Y'all are wildin', bro. Oh.
Yeah, like.
Wait, Nick, did you you downloaded Black Ops, right?
Black Ops 6. Oh, Game Pass. Courtesy Game Pass. Yes, sir. Courtesy of Game Pass.
Would you like it?
The campaign is fire. Like it's the best it's the best campaign I played since
Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, it's way better than Modern Warfare 2. I'm trying to go back further than that. That shit
is playing fair.
It's the best campaign I played since Black Ops 2.
Okay.
It's been that long. So what? 12 years.
Okay, I need to go ahead and download that.
Mm-hmm. Multiplayer it's still running around chickens running around with their heads cut off.
You do Game Pass or did you just do it on PS5?
Oh, Game Pass, sir. I have never bought another Call of Duty game again. I said I like that was one of my saving graces when Microsoft bought that shit. I said, oh, thank God. Finally one game that comes out every year that I don't gotta pay for anymore. W move for Game Pass.
Yo,
I'm
man,
serious. I'm like, if Game Pass is good for anything, it's yearly releases because it's like, no, it's the same song and dance every year. Like, why I gotta
EA doing that?
You say what?
I said EA ain't doing that. They
need to.
Like with what at least with PC Game Pass, you get access to EA like the Origins count or whatever. So you do get access to some EA games, but it's not new stuff. It's like
you get like Mass Effect and stuff like that.
It's like stuff from like
how's Zero done?
Years in
Megan,
the back.
you got it.
Say what now?
You got Zero done remastered, right?
Oh hell no.
Oh, you know,
I got the original one now. What I need to remaster for, sir? That game looks and runs beautifully on my PS5 as it is. So I don't need to spend an extra $10 to get. Oh, it runs at 60. Like, bro, it ran at 60 before. Like,
you know what?
Is it co-op?
Which one?
For Black Ops 6.
Nah, it's not. Only Zombies has the co-op thing, and this
has a story mode.
You talking about Black Ops?
Yeah, 6.
It's really good. It's like I was telling Ness. I was like, that's. To me personally, I played all the campaigns up until Modern Warfare.
I probably buy it Black Friday. Just for the campaign mode.
Oh, you don't have Xbox no more, do you?
No.
Oh, damn.
I
told you my Xbox.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you.
No problem, man. Like, I'm disappointed. That's a whole nother video. And when I make that video, I hope the Xbox community don't get mad. But I'm just like disappointed.
Hey, look, like the Xbox community had nobody to be mad at but themselves because they clearly don't want to buy games like that anymore. So, like, damn it, Uncle Phil. Those only people to get mad at. They had to be mad at themselves and Uncle Phil. Like, Uncle Phil, you told your Xbox, how dare you? I was like, how dare Xbox? They announced Indiana Jones coming on PS5 before the Xbox got it. Like, you should be blaming them. Like, don't be coming at me, motherfucker.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, and I don't hate Xbox. I don't. I'm disappointed. Like,
that's all.
When I look at Xbox, it don't give me a reason I gotta run and jump to play it. Nintendo and PlayStation, it gives me a reason. When I saw Sparking Zero, I gotta get on PS5. Like any third party game, I'm still picking PS5. You know, like the Switch stuff, like the games they release, like the Marios and all the games they release. Okay, all the games the Switch released this year they could be possibly day one buys. Not for everybody, but most people are day one buy games. You know, like they were great. Ever since when the Mario Wonder came out, then like boom, 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 boom. Their strategy, then like a new game every like 2 to 3 months, and it was great. It was even to next year. It's all good quality games. I guess we talk about quality. Nintendo is always first party games are really quality, even though the games might not last that long. Look at the new Mario Party game. I see so many people like on my streams playing that game. I gotta go get it now.
I think online you can do up to like 50 or 60 people in a match.
That's crazy.
I said, damn.
Jamboree
on it. You can have up to 56 people in one match.
Messi said he's been playing Street Hoops.
Yup.
Yes, on the PS5.
Oh, they put Street Hoops on PS.
The DLGO, they put all the old games on everything.
Are you talking about? I thought you was talking about the PS2 Street Hoops. I was like, oh, they put that on there.
Oh no. This is the original, the OG.
I
Oh, the
forgot they
original.
had Street Hoops on PS2.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was talking about. That was in the era with like EA Sports Big and like with
Big.
Volume 1, 2, and 3 and stuff. Yeah,
I'm
that's
still
what I thought
mad.
you were talking about.
I'm still mad at Tricky though. Like, I like the game, but when I grew up, I'm like, why dude gotta have an afro, and why he can't take our stuff? Anyway.
Oh, you talking about Eddie? You talking about Eddie? The dude on the front.
I'm
cover.
like, yeah, big orange afro. And
Yeah,
acting,
the
he acted
ginger-
black, but he wasn't black. It was like, come on.
The dude with the ginger afro. Yeah. Now I think about it, they had. Yeah, I don't think there was a black dude on that game. They had like one black woman, but that was it. Everybody else was like white Asian or whatever. So they really had to be black.
But I say that because it's no. He said why I don't like Xbox. Oh, I love Xbox, the brand. Like 360 was my favorite generation during that time. But after the 360, the reason why I just don't like it, they just haven't given me good things to play. Like I love Game Pass. Game Pass is great, but it goes back to quality again. You have all of these games on that you could pick from, but are you really going to sit there and pick them? Are you still going to sit out there and try to play something? Game Pass is great. Game Pass is like all you can eat buffet, but are you really going to eat up everything in the buffet?
It's literally what you guys know what a Golden Corral is. We got plenty of them up here.
Oh gosh,
yeah, it's literally like Golden Corral.
Take us there.
At the end of the day, it's like, are you going to eat everything that's there? Because every time I go there, it's like usually the same 1 to like 6 or 7 things. They got like dozens of it, but it's like 1 to 6 every single time.
You better make sure you get it hot. I said, we gotta break some more chicken out because some of that baked chicken.
I think Game Pass it's like a sensory overload sometimes.
It is
because it's like you go into it and you're like, damn, it's just like so many games. I'm like, it's a really good concept to have that many games at your disposal to play at any time. But I just think there needs to be some more organization, some more separation, like to give you a better view of why should I play this game, instead of just having it there and okay, go down this list of 200 games. Go after it.
Like, right on that one. That's one of the reasons why I like Miles Morales, because it was like both worlds, black and Latino, and they showed everything. I was like, wow. And at the time, I was married, but it blended so well. Like, oh wow, this game, and the game was emotional too. Like he dating a girl who was deaf, and I'm like, damn. I mean, it just hit everything. It was just so short, but it was great. Now this new one, I still haven't beat it, but I know it's getting so great. Some of the parts in it's like, oh my gosh, it was so good. It is. I'm not sure. I should have been finished the game, but it's like I got a big chocolate ass cake. I just don't want to eat it all right now, and I still take slices, mini slices. It's good. It's so good.
I will tell you, so it's funny, like because I beat it back in like July. I didn't like it more than I liked them. I did not like Spider-Man 2 more than I like Miles Morales on the first Spider-Man. I'm not sure what it was.
Because Spider-Man 2 was really,
it was just more of the same, like
more of the same. It wasn't like a true sequel.
And then I think what also got me is because like as much as I love like Peter and Miles, like as their own like individual Spider-Mans, as I was playing with them, I'm like, damn. Unless you knew what suit they have, they practically played the exact same. It's like minus like a few differences. Like Miles, he has like the Venom electric shock, and Peter, he had like the Venom suit with like the robot spider hand stuff like that. But other than that, as I'm playing, I'm like, man, they're essentially reskins of one another. Like, yeah, there's some differences, but now we play with
I would say
kind of like playing Ryu in Street Fighter.
Say what now?
It's kind of like playing Ryu and Ken in Street Fighter.
That's a perfect.
I get it. Yeah, that's a good
analogy. But when you play, I don't know if it's spoiled, but actually, it's not
don't spoil it. Don't spoil that. I know you talking about.
When you play with a certain character, you can tell this between that mother. Yeah, you can tell.
Oh yeah, I just got to it. I was like, oh my! I hope they make a game with him. I hope they make a game with him because that mother. Woo. Well, I got. Hey, okay, so
this is Spider-Man 2. I was like, yeah,
when I got to the part where him and Hunter meet up.
Oh yeah, that's cinema right there. That's cinema right there.
I got I got goosebumps thinking just that scene. I gotta say Spider. I might have to change it to Spider-Man 2 again because that part. Oh my god! Because you actually understand. I kind of figured that was going to happen, but when it happened, like when that person changed to that person, when it happened, I'm like, I knew it because they twisted it around because I thought it was going to be somebody else, but it was like, whoo! Oh man, I got goosebumps.
So that must be quality for you, huh?
Yeah,
That's a quality game. For you.
I definitely 100%.
That's true.
Like it's
I
safe.
actually got really goosebumps thinking about that game. That game made me feel that the series of games because I really love Spider-Man because Spider-Man he's a photographer, you know, like a lot of stuff Spider-Man experienced in the comics and stuff. I kind of like I felt that and I experienced it. And the first Spider, I really didn't connect with a Spider-Man game until the one on PS4. And then, like, that was just like in the ending of that, I almost cried. I was like,
"Shit, almost." I did cry. What are you talking about?
He said, "Man, it was so the ending was
Auntie, no."
Oh my god! And then Spider-Man Morales, they hit you. You know how Naruto used to hit you in the fields.
Which part you talking about? You talking about every time he had a flashback on the swing? Like which?
Well, no, I'm just talking with that too. But I'm talking about like with whenever somebody a main character dies in Naruto, when they get up to that point, and like
in Kirby Sage.
Yep.
Yeah, and all the people just like remember when who was the guy with the cigarette? I forgot.
Asuma. Yeah, that was
when he died. You know, when that shit hurt.
Yeah,
because I was like, I wasn't expecting, and then like their deaths are like permanent. They ain't coming back. You know,
ain't no Dragon Ball.
No, it ain't no Dragon Ball, and that's what sets Naruto kind of apart. And then that funeral, I like, hold on, and like that death, I was like, ooh, because you know you got gruesome deaths like Attack on Titan, but Naruto, like they story they brought you, and then they just they twist that knife and like, ooh,
that's good storytelling though.
Very good storytelling.
Like as much as I love Dry, I was like, I understood why he had to die. I didn't like it, but it had a purpose for it.
Yeah,
it was 100% justified. I still hated it, but it's like, hey, you need that character progression. So hey, somebody got to go, and it had to be him, unfortunately. So
it was.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I would say just how that death affected. That was like one of the first major deaths in Naruto. I think it was one of the first major deaths in Naruto that changed everything about that anime. And it was just like, damn, because Bleach, like those are like Bleach and all. They already like up front dealt with death, But Naruto, death came like, oh yeah, it'll slap you right in the face, like, whoa, what? Oh, I wasn't ready for this, I was ready. It was hard. It was the pause, but it was.
I'll tell you another anime before I go into this game real quick. Demon Slayer's another one. Oh no!
I tried to get
on Titan, bro. Attack on Titan.
That first episode, Attack on Titan.
That first episode effed me up.
It did too.
I was sitting there, like my daughter was, I don't know how many years ago at this point, but now she's like a huge Attack on Titan fan. But bro, when she walked in, and I was like, no, you can't watch this. This is too much. I was like, hell, this is too much for me.
I had to watch something after that. I couldn't with it. I was messed up. I was like, I watched that late at night, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta watch something.
Bro, I had to do the same thing because I'm like, I can't go to sleep after that. Like,
no.
Like, boy, season 4 of Attack on Titan is nothing but emotional damage to series. Like,
it is like serious emotional damage.
I haven't got past season 2, so I'm gonna
like
go back.
That is the most grayest of the most grayest shows I've seen. I was like, well, damn. It's like, well, I understand why y'all are doing this. Well, I understand why they killing y'all motherfuckers too. But I understand, like, damn, honestly, there's no good guys on there. It's like,
it was like everybody bad. I was like, damn, there's no good guys.
It's like you root for certain characters, but it's like, damn, it's like I can't even root for y'all. Like, cause y'all trying to like, God, it's like war.
Emotional damage.
I'll tell you this. Going back to the game, Wolverine. I can't wait for that to come out.
Ooh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
That's gonna be dope.
Oh, and then that, I don't know if y'all seen it, but that leak that happened last year with the Insomniac games, they got a contract. Well, now they're doing, after that, they got like X-Men games or whatever they're doing. After like Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
I said it off, right? Yeah, they got like, they had a security breach to where like the next well, in 2024, the next 10 years, we know what games they're coming out with, and within those 10 years, they're gonna do X-Men. They're gonna do X-Men game, like sometime in like 2030 or something like that.
Damn.
Because it was a Venom game, some type of Carnage add-on or whatever, or expansion. A new Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man 3.
That's why I'm saying y'all gonna get that PS5
and then
Pro.
And then X-Men, because it was outlined within that leak. It was like X-Men. I said, "Ooh, they doing an X-Men game." Ooh,
the best X-Men game so far is what, Legends 2.
Legends 2.
That was so good when they first came out, right? That was a quality game. That was a really good quality game.
I remember if you had it on PS2 or Xbox, you could play online, and that was one of the very first games I played online.
I remember that.
Man, this was the game it's all about, man. If I ain't got you next to me, bro, I got you online. Like, that's what's up.
What's an underrated game that you feel should have been quality?
An underrated game on any system?
Any system, yeah.
You mean like it is quality?
That you think is quality.
I got one.
Overall, it's considered meh.
I got one, and it's always my go-to. Spider on PS1.
About that game.
Spider.
I remember seeing advertisements for those in games, bro. Like
so good.
I always thought it was funny because one of his legs
released.
One of his legs is literally a gun. I just thought that was hilarious. Like,
it's such a good platformer. I didn't go back through it again, but it's such an unrated because it went on the wire for so long. I love this game. This game is amazing.
Expecting y'all to pull out games and nothing. I mean, unfortunately, I can't do that.
You can put out a Neo Geo game.
My apologies,
you all your stuff.
I can't pull out no game.
I would say, hold on, if I can focus this one. Hold on. Metal Arms.
Yeah.
This is basically like it's almost like Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Dexter. Came out the same year those games came out. The reason I like it is because just like those games, you have access to like a bunch of different guns and stuff, but he can like any enemy he destroys, he can like pick up their arm and have like a saw somehow he can attach onto it. Like I thought that shit was dope.
Here's another one. Maximo.
Yeah, Max.
The first two Maximo games. This is Ghost of Gore. If you love Ghosts and Goblins, this is a spiritual successor to Ghosts and Goblins. Such a good game. You know what?
And a PSA for any woman out there in the chat or whatever, like, please don't get offended in the first 10 seconds of the intro for Maximo, because Steve knows exactly what I'm talking about. You remember the first like 10 seconds of that intro?
What?
When he was, you don't remember that?
Wait, but hold on. No, I'm gonna get back to this. What he said. But what game now? On what?
Maximo, the game you just showed. The first 10 seconds of the opening cinematic of Max.
We can't do that today.
He was like, oh my god,
we can't do that today. But look at this. Why he said there's the game right way that stole my game. Neil sold all his games.
Dang, Bear, why you gotta do me like that?
You like which one, man? Spider or Maximo? Which one, dude? What are you talking about?
What? What?
I don't know what he said. Hey, well, which one, man? Wait a minute.
Was it
I don't know which one you're talking about. I don't know if you're talking. Hey, Rise was good. I remember. Okay, so
Rise was amazing.
Rise is still one of my favorite.
On Xbox One.
That was a good game.
That was one of the best Xbox One games.
It was made for a tech demo purposes, but this was still good though. That shit was
really
good.
You know what reminds me of Rise?
What?
Heavenly Sword.
Yeah, I can get that vibe.
I can see that.
I can get
Heavenly
that
Sword. You know what? Heavenly Sword, I think it tried to follow the God of War. It tried to follow too much of God of War, but it was kind of broken, but it was still really good. I would still say if they remade Heavenly Sword and did some better functions on the game, it would stand out more today. If they go back and remaster Heavenly Sword, because Heavenly Sword was so fire when the PlayStation 3 first came out. I was like, wait a minute. It's a female God of War, which it was. But then you do progress and you can see like, okay, if it didn't compare itself to God of War and just stood alone, it'd have been good.
You know,
been better. If they decided
to go back and remaster all the heavies from the last 15, 20 years, you wouldn't need to make another game.
Oh yeah, like should we even get in that real?
Well, they doing that, but people complaining.
Like, I mean,
because they're making changes. Like
right.
It's cool if you want to make it look aesthetically pleasing to the new console and bring it up, but like, don't change the story. The story was what made it.
Yeah.
Like, don't change that.
Dante's Inferno, that was
Dante's Forza was
Dante's
good.
Inferno was good.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, like in terms of that, yeah, because I was talking to another of my friends like this was like a couple weeks ago. I was telling them, I'm like, can you imagine if they just like if the industry just stopped making like new IPs right now and to say, you know what, we're gonna go on this remaster / remake spree from the past 20 years, just restart making everything. But we wouldn't. You wouldn't even. They really wouldn't have to make anything for like next like 30, 40 years, honestly. Because there's so much. There's so much.
If anything, like for the games that didn't get voice acting and it was just all script, then they add voice actors to it as long as they're decent. I think that would be a good add to those certain games.
Well, can you imagine if, like, you know how we haven't had a Splinter Cell game in like over 10 years at this point? Imagine if studios went back and just remade the Siphon Filter games.
Can I give y'all? I want to show y'all 3 PlayStation 3 games that are like stuck to the system, right? But they are like amazing games. And one of these games y'all probably never seen physically. You don't mind?
Go ahead. Oh,
for the PlayStation 3. So here it is right here.
I had the liberty of.
I'm probably gonna do a video like this one day. But first one, I talked about Yakuza Dead Souls.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that was physical. I know about it, but I know it had a.
It's such a fun game. This right here, it still holds up, and probably one of my favorites. Probably outside of Pacific Rim, but Apocalypse, Mortal Storm Apocalypse.
Okay.
Such a good game. So good. And this one did not release in the United States, but you're gonna laugh at it, but Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty.
I heard of it. Yeah.
Quest for Booty.
I thought it was only available digital, so I'm surprised that
no, it's physical. It's probably I don't know how much this game is now. I gotta check on eBay, but it's a really good physical game, you know, because PS3 can play games from anywhere. But yeah, it was only released overseas, but it was released digitally on PlayStation 3. If they ever pull it, pause. If they ever,
don't pull it out on us.
Dang. All right. But if they ever delist that game, it's gonna be like they delisted Little Big Planet. I need to go find that game. I need to go buy that for shoots up in price. For people trying to, oh yeah, Little Big Planet 3, $800. Like, man, get the heck out of here.
That was one game I saw in the PlayStation 3 store.
That was a $33 game. I paid $11 for it back in the day. It half price crooks.
But there's a game on the PS3 store that I recently just found out about. It's a Contra game. I think it's called like Rising or something like that. It has like an anime looking style. It kind of looks like Guilty Gear almost. Hold on, let me.
Man, I just picked up Guilty Gear for PlayStation 1.
Dude, I want that.
The vendor that I was at Palooza, he had 2 copies.
How much you get it for? I know he hit you up for it, didn't he?
It was like he had one for 110.
Okay.
And he had another one for 80. And the one he had marked at 80 was in better shape than the one he had marked at 110. I didn't understand.
What?
But yeah, I don't get it. I was like, I just started negotiating. I was like, dude, do you have any wiggle room on it? He's like, oh yeah, man. He's like, what you got? I'm like, $70. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, all right. I was like, that's not
bad. That's not bad.
I was like, all right, I'll take it. But yeah, because my first experience with Guilty Gear was on PlayStation 2. I didn't get to play the first one, so.
And you played Melty Blood? What
is it?
Melty Blood.
I played it before.
It's a series on the starting the PlayStation. The newest one's on the PS4. It's Japanese. I guess I can say Japanese exclusive because I haven't seen it out over here yet. But look into that series. You think you'll probably like it. It's a good fighting game series.
That and Under Night in Birth.
Under Night in Birth was so great. I love that.
Like,
Those
that game was a mainstay at Evo for a good minute.
what they call those anime fighters.
Mm-hmm. Anime fighters, yeah.
Anime fighters, yeah. The anime fighter, like Guilty Gear, wasn't Guilty Gear the first, not first, but one of the kind of the first anime, but outside of Dragon Ball, but kind of anime fighter ish games.
I mean, that had like that kind of like art style and aesthetic
that
to
that,
it.
that kind of art style, yes,
Yeah.
it had that because that was the first one, and then
That was stood out with Arc System Works. They was making all this
was
stuff.
always that art style because they did the Fighter Z, right?
Yeah. And then I don't see a lot of people talk about it, but Grand Blue Fantasy, a lot of people still don't talk about that. It's good.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because then now they got Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, but that Relink is the RPG. The fighting game came out first, and then the anime. But if it's, I just give it the Arc System Works. Arc System Works does some amazing. That's amazing studio, and you know they put out some fire animation games and stuff. Like they put their foot into Fighter Z.
They also made those River City Girl games, like 1 and 2.
Yeah,
they made those too. This is fire.
Somebody said they're playing Grand Blue now. Yeah, Grand Blue is dope in it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they said Yakuza Dead Soul, Sega could do some amazing. They could do some new stuff with new engines and stuff. Like everybody, we know Unreal is like number one, but all these new engines, like Sega got them an engine. Capcom with the Resident. Capcom is really putting their foot down with that RE engine, that Resident Evil engine. Like they just put it on. They say, oh, okay, we put in this game. Can we put it in this game? Oh, we sure can. Can we put it in Monster Hunter? We sure can.
That Monster Hunter Wilds beta they just having,
man, they just
phenomenal.
You know what? This right here, Nini Kuni.
Yeah.
Nini Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch on PS3. Used to be one of those PS3 games that was super difficult to find. And then they went back and reprinted a whole bunch more. And then they're like, wow, I'm good because you know you can get it. What do y'all think about that? Like you have a game that's like, say, Yakuza Dead Souls, which is like a maybe $50 game. And then, or maybe say get to 150. It just say it's not, but then you had this in your collection, but then they do a reprint of it, and then it drops the price. What do you think about that? Did that hurt you as a collector, or are you happy for? How do you feel about that?
I don't care.
Okay,
because the reason why I would have bought the game is to play the game, unless I'm buying it for another reason. But I mean, I got rid of the games. So, I mean, my mentality is completely different now. So I got rid of the games that I didn't need, wasn't going to play, and for a game that I was going to play.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think reprinting is good in a way because if they had low population, of those games or low print quality of those, you only had 10,000 copies of those out, and then, they sold, and then they found out, hey, this is going to be a really good game, and it's sold out and people really want this game. Okay, let's print some more.
Yeah.
I mean, that only hurts the people that are just trying to sell copies of the game.
Yeah, it definitely does hurt the people like that because they be like, oh, well, hey, I'm sorry. People want to, and that's another thing about, quality, over quantity. Because remember when Gravity Rush Remix was like, oh my God, it was like a almost $150 game, but it was over $100. And then all the new copies came out. I know where the new copies came from. And GameStop, the rumor was GameStop bought some games from a factory that had all these sealed games that was recently on some of people's channels, but they sold it, and then that's why you see all these copies of that. That's where that game came from. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it got out that it came.
I didn't know they were acquiring games like that at that warehouse.
GameStop did. I think there's and I don't know if he was, but if GameStop really wanted to like put a foot in everybody's ass, they would probably buy him out. But I don't know if they're gonna buy him out because people,
I mean, I can see them buying out his inventory for like the newer stuff, but for the stuff you're talking about going 20 years back, because he's got some bangers.
Yeah.
But
He's a great guy. He's a great guy. And but I somebody said in the forum and he like, yeah, he can like didn't really touch about it. Like, oh, okay. Because he was getting a lot of hate from people and stuff like, which, people are weird.
interesting.
But, yeah, but that's why you see all those copies. And you notice too. Now I don't know if the painkiller, the second print that's showing up, I don't know if that was from him too. I don't know that, but it just kind of it's kind of funny. You could tell like, okay, Silent Hill HD Remix, Painkiller, and what we just talked about, Gravity Rush. Those games were like them in-demand games, and all of a sudden, every GameStop's got 2 or 3 copies. They got it from somewhere.
Well, okay, so I don't know how many copies each store would have, but
Every store.
Let's take into effect how many stores have they closed down this year?
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So all that inventory has to go either to other stores or back to the warehouse and be redistributed. So,
okay, but this right here, this is the key thing, right? A lot of people are not buying those games.
True.
Because they don't know about. Only people who are buying those games are people who watch channels like these. Or us, people who are in the know like that. You don't have your everyday, because I go in there, I'm like, dang, Gravity Rush is still here. Or like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's GameStop. It's a GameStop, but it's a like $65-$70 game, I think.
That sounds about right.
But
I can look it up.
It's there. Look it up and see. But it's there.
Ultimate.
But those games are starting to come back and stop because like a certain number of people have those games sitting on those in big warehouses, and it's like, oh, okay.
So
wow.
You bring me to another point.
It's $80. It's $80 on the PS4 for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And
okay, I figured it was
$3.5 on Xbox.
I mean, this before you say that, I'm sorry. Another thing too, GameStop has slowly been increasing. Don't blame me. They show inventory, get the games and stuff, prices and stuff. But also too, they've been lowering stuff down too, because like NCAA football is now a $49 game.
Come on, did you just say NCAA?
Well, 14 used to be $100 game, a $78 game.
Because they're getting ready to drop the new one.
Yeah, but I'm saying, GameStop users don't do that, or stores don't usually do that. Oh, this is a rare game. They always say, "Well, you know how rare this is," and then they keep the game like way up here.
Mean, NCAA 14. Like if we're talking about 14, like that dropped the day that the new one came out. College football came out, so it's going to continue to go down.
Yeah, it's $40 on GameStop right now on PlayStation 3.
Oh, so dang, they knocked it even more. It was $49.
Yeah, it's going to go back to it'll become. I don't think it's ever going to become like one of those $3 games.
No, it'll probably be a sub $35 game.
I'm willing to say it'd be a $10 to $15 game, to be honest.
Really?
I said, yeah.
It's a lot more stuff you can do in that game still.
True. That's until like this is the first game back, right? The first year they've done it, so
it was so bad. 25. I mean, college football outsold is the best selling football game by EA Sports now.
I mean, I'll be honest. College football is better than NFL football. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's been that way
since
more heart.
I mean,
it's been that way since like
right now
the
and all
PS3
that,
and 360 generation. Honestly, like the NCAA has always been better than the main football games.
What you about to say? I'm sorry, man. I hope you didn't forget what you was going to say.
No. I was going to say, we're talking about reprints and stuff like that. I've had conversations with folks, just Neo Geo and otherwise. And they've talking about what were the number of published, what was the total quantity of games that were released from SNK for this game, right? So if on average a Neo Geo game they released 1,000 copies of an English title globally, okay, so you have to take into account who were the big timers back then that probably had a couple of boxes sealed. They left those and they stood on those. How many
big timers?
Yeah, the big timers.
Well, no, I was saying big time was like, I think
Oh,
Master
you
King
thinking
kicked
about
something out. I just went to that like number
my
one
bad.
stand up.
No, I'm. It's not just Neo Geo. I'm talking about Nintendo. I mean, there's. I think we had that conversation last weekend about the guy who's got 2 boxes of sealed stadium events.
Oh yeah.
You know, you've got folks out there, and then you've got a warehouse that's got nothing but sealed games. So when we talk about these games hitting the market,
Mhm.
you know, someone could just drop and dump all this stuff on the market, and that crashes everything, right? So
Yep.
when I'm looking at it
Mm.
from, I'm not looking at the game as a, I think someone in the comments said asset, which that's a perfect point. I don't look at it as an asset. I look at it as like, is it a replayable thing? Is it something that I can go back and play more than once?
Yeah.
Because that's what I want in the collection.
And that's a good point, man. That's what I was thinking. Like when I cleared a lot of games, and I will say this too, because I noticed this. I don't know why, but I guess it's an attachment to, and I get it. As a content creator, and we talk about collections and collecting games, people do get connected to your collecting journey, and when you decide to let something go, they invested that time also, and I get it. But also too, I want to get to a point where I'm not known just for my collection. I want it to be known for me. I don't want you to be attached to my collection. I want you to be attached to me as a person. And that's because I can get rid of all my games, but I'm still going to be here. And I try to show that I can get it again, and it's not a sentimental. It is a sentimental thing, but it's not like the end of the world. Let's let it go. It's okay to like let games go. Like Greg get the games. He was talking about that. I experienced that too. Like anxiety of, man, what are people going to think if I let go of this game or I sell this game or something? Even to this day, when I get a new Neo Geo game, people going to ask me. It's always gonna be something. And it's mostly people being a smart ass. Like, when you going to sell it? When you going to sell it? And I wonder, like, well, why are you so invested in me? Why are you like? I just don't look at video games like that. I look at video games like I collect totally different. Like you told, like my totally, and that's why some people, I don't know why they dislike it, but I collect different. I don't hold on to it forever. Now, some things I do hold on for a long time, but this is my thing. Like, I never forget, and this kind of like put me in the thing. When my dad passed away, we was going through all this stuff. He had all his collections and different things, not games, but like tapes and records and different stuff. I'm like, he can't take it with him. And I feel the same way about I enjoy the ride. I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy meeting the people. And I want to get that more to people about that. But as more new people come on, and our community is different and diverse and vast, a lot of people don't have that same mentality, and it's okay. But I don't never want to make it like it's just all about games. I want to be the journey, the story, how it makes me feel like when I get it and stuff like that. It's never really about money. I honestly get 2 shits about how much a game costs. I don't care. If I see it, I try to do my best to get it, but I really don't care about if the game costs $100 or $5, or if I buy a game at $100 and drop to $2. I don't care. I really don't care about that. It's just the journey for me, and I just want to make sure people get that.
Let me interject right there, because at first, when I first met you, it was outside looking in on how you approach your game collecting and buying and trading and all that. And then as I've gotten to know you, I understand the perspective that you go through now, right? Just everyone that sees you from the YouTube lens, they don't see the behind the scenes of what you have to go through. I'll speak specifically for Neo Geo. The way you have done it, is completely unorthodox. Completely. And folks, when I mean unorthodox, okay. This man has 30 games now? Again?
Yeah.
30 Neo Geo games. I was doing some calculations based off of what he's telling me, and I won't share that on here, but I'll just say, in terms of the way
You share, I don't care.
Okay, so we broke this down. He kept a handful of games, like 4 or 5 games, like 4 games.
My games that I showed today, I kept like
3. You
kept like 3. No. Excuse me for crunching your ear. I kept like six games.
Okay, so he kept 6 games, bought 2, 3, whatever with his own money. Right? So we equate.
Let's just say I had like 7 games, about 7 games sold.
So you got about 7 games, right? That you paid your own hard-earned money with.
Mm-hmm.
However you got that.
Yeah.
Right. The other, some odd 20 plus games that gets you to 30. So 23 games.
I'm not counting the Japanese games because
yeah. That's fine. That's fine. So 23 games, and you paid roughly what $5,000 through trades worth of $5,000.
Not even not even that, because the trade
let's just round it to $5,000 to be safe, right?
Okay.
So $5,000 for 23 games, 23 Neo Geo games, folks. Right? And to average that out and break that down, however way you want to divide. I think I divided by 8 last time, but whatever. That's $227 per game. Right? When the average game goes double that price. Well, I won't even say average game at this point, but the games in his collection on average are roughly between $500 to $1,000
Mm-hmm.
So through trades, he's accumulated in a very, very short amount of time, about 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Right.
And it goes back to the opportunity. But like I said, like when opportunity comes up, I take advantage of it.
He takes advantage of it. Right. So his video today, I watched it and I was like, I like the approach that you took, because this was the first time I've ever seen you in a video actually break down how you do it. Like you say trades are key and all this stuff, but you actually broke it down with, this is what I sold, this is how much I got for it. Now I'm applying it to this, and now that's going to roll over into Neo Geo. You took multiple steps to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's what I've always wanted to see, because I've never understood how you do it. Because snaps. Because for me, I've always been like, trades are key. Okay, I can go trade some stuff. I don't understand that. So Socrates makes a great point. Everybody's collection journey, trade journey, there's no right or wrong way of doing it.
Yeah.
The fact of you enjoy the hunt, you enjoy the hustle of that hunt.
I do.
That's your main focus.
See, men are the hunters.
I do enjoy the hustle of it, because like
he's a hunter gatherer.
No, it's I can't really explain. I just say God, but I can't really explain how these opportunities just fall in my lap, or I meet these people who has what I need, and it's just through sheer hustle and work. I get it. Like, this time I might be smart. I don't let know where I'm getting it from until I'm finished. But like Neo Geo is that impossible console, right? Like, but I really like this last trade. I put a picture out of the Nintendo games. Like, I traded some stuff that I barely, got money for, right? I barely, most of them got for free, but I flipped that, and this is really, I'm paying $100, and I guess I'll tell you here for like 5 more Neo Geo games coming in, and those games probably are close to what, about $2,000, yeah. So that's but I have always been like that, and I guess now I'm trying to translate that to help other people, show how I do that, not to show off, but this is how you can do that. And I guess that's where the turn is starting to happen with the channel on that too, trying to show people like, okay, this is how you can do this if you want to do it, And I've always been like, I guess I got that from get it from your mama. I got it from my mama, I got that from her, and because she was always a hustler. Like, when we were little and stuff. I always went to her to these Tupperware parties and show you how my age is, or Mary Kay, or my first job was going to. She'll go to Sam's. She'll buy like Jawbreakers, Kit Kat, Snickers, chips, Cokes, and all that kind of stuff. And I was the candy man on the bus. Like, I got this new candy bar. Check it out. Like give a candy bar 50 cent, dollar, whatever, and sell it. And I would be selling. I sold candy on the bus at 10 years old, getting money, flipping it, getting it back, and that's how we made our money. And because single parent household and such, as she met my stepfather and stuff came in, but we was just doing that. But that I didn't realize that was training me to like negotiate, to hustle, to go out get product, all that kind of stuff. And that's always been embedded in me since I was 10 years old. So it's always been in me, and I say it's easy, but it hasn't been easy translating that in front of a camera until like I guess a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I guess Como really kind of like clicked, because I just go on autopilot. When I get there, I go out and I don't realize it. But then you sound like, what the you doing? I'm like, what are you talking about? It's normal. He said, this is not normal. No, and I don't know if Retro Bears is still in the chat, but like that's my process, and just I guess if I had someone to follow me around and what I'm doing, I guess I can and get somebody to
you need a camera person, y'all. You need a camera person. So if y'all local, put in y'all's applications. He looking for camera person to roll around with.
I buy your cheese. I buy your ham and cheese sandwich. Yeah. Sandwich. Not a sandwich.
Pay you in good quality games.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I get some games, I definitely pay you.
He'll pay you in Wingstop coupons. So
yeah, that too. Wingstop extra ranch.
Please do not say Wingstop. It's like, man, what time is it? Man, they ain't open. They ain't closing 12. I would jump off this thing and order me some. It'd be better than Taco Bell.
Go get your wings, bro.
I would be like, it won't be like no Taco Bell, because I'd be like, oh
God.
Taco Bell killed me that one night, boy.
I be trusting Dale's Taco where I'm at.
That Taco Bell was like, what's the word?
Boy, brother.
Hitting that drum line on you. I see it.
Them damn cheese fries. I mean, them nacho cheese fries. That what told my stomach up, told me up with the nacho cheese fries. I was being greedy. I said, give me the nacho cheese fries. And then I said, yeah, let me get a, what's the little Crunch Wrap Supreme? Extra meat, I said extra meat, sour cream. And then I said, yeah, put that extra nacho cheese sauce on it. Yeah, that what got me.
Yeah,
that don't even sound good to me, bro. I've been on this. I've been losing weight, man. I'm almost there. I'm almost at my goal.
That's good.
I got what?
I didn't give me one of them damn Ozempic pens and shit and shoot. So
oh God!
Ozempic! I didn't give me one of those.
Oh man, that'll sink your face in. Like,
maybe I can grow a beard then.
I don't know why that reminded me of that South Park episode where they, oh God, with the
what's that episode?
There was a South Park episode where they did Ozempic, but instead of calling it Ozempic, they called it Lizzo. I said, oh, that's
what?
and then she saw it, she's like, oh, I'm so offended. And then literally it's Halloween, she dressed up as the Ozempic Lizzo skit from South Park. I said, hey, you turned the negative to a positive. Hey, shout out to you. I said, that's what's up. Hey, you can take it. I think she was offended at the time, but hey, look, in South Park, we get it. They make fun of everybody. So you just gotta roll with the punches, man. Just gotta roll with the punches.
So let me ask y'all this question. So if you could give a piece of advice to folks listening, folks in the chat, whatever, based off of your experience, how, if you're starting off, or if you're, let's say for folks just starting out, how would you organize a quality video game collection? What would you start with?
I would start out with the system that gives you goosebumps, that brings you the best memories, that will like, oh my gosh, something that's relatable to you and when you first fell in love with video games. And then I would get those games that made you like feel that exact same way when you first opened it at Christmas, birthday, or a friend's house or something like that. Get that game, and then as you're a season collector now, I would say like because you could play it anywhere else. I would say try to get the best copy possible. Maybe CIB, even graded or sealed. You're not gonna play it, but get you a nice copy of that, and then get you a nice like display case to show that off. And like this is my memory. And start building from there because once you start doing that, everything will find you. I promise you, the games will find you because all of those thoughts, all of those feelings, all those emotions, and even the money to get the game or the opportunity will actually seek you out. I'm telling you this from experience. Next product can attest to it. I'm telling you, the game will find you. I promise you. I guarantee you, it will find you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been knowing this for so long. How we got together. This deal that just came up with him, and I don't give it away. The way it came about because I had first sold my collection. Car broke. Okay, look, my car broke down a long time ago. Both of them when I was married. Sold my collection to this person. Came and got that. The same person who bought that collection bought his collection, but we jokingly always talked about what would you do to get this game. And another thing, you have to not be hateful or like I was more excited than he was. And I'm like, I can't even get the game. What are you? I was like so happy about it. But I tell you, trace it all the way back, it was meant to happen. That game found him at the time he was ready. If it had happened a month ago, it wouldn't have worked. It happened 2 months ago, it wouldn't work. It happened at the perfect time. He called me. I usually don't be waking up early, but he called me like, yeah, I'm thinking about this. It's on my mind. And I like popped in my head. I know somebody. The deal came together in one day. In one day. And this, I'm telling you, the game found him. And if you I promise you, if you definitely follow that and have no selfish intent, the game will find you.
Damn, that was deep. Mega, what you got on that?
I would say I co-sign everything Steve said. I think mine's is a little more nuanced, and I can get into that very easily. For somebody like me, I would probably say in terms of when you're trying to sort out stuff from like how to be your game collection, honestly, it just depends on, I would say, of course, what age bracket you're in. Like if you're somebody like us who like 30s and 40s, like even if you're 20s, stuff like that, I'll probably say go back to the time where Steve mentioned to where, go back to where you had that first instance where you played that game that gave you like, those butterflies in your stomach that made you, that made you feel special, stuff like that. For me, that was the Super Nintendo generation, Super Nintendo, PS1, stuff like that. But for me, as I started getting older, a lot of those memories start coming back to a lot of the older games I used to play. I used to have like a hell of a ton of fun with, especially stuff like WrestleMania 2000, Perfect Dark, Jet Force Gemini. So I'm in the mindset of going back and watching these YouTube videos. Like, oh man, I remember those games. Like I never finished them or I never played them, but I always wanted to. And so I started going down this rabbit hole. I was like, man, I got a little bit of expendable income. I think I want to go back and start getting some of the stuff. So like behind me on this side, I'm not sure if people see it, but right below, I think this line right here, starting this line right here, that line all the way down, all that stuff is GameCube games. And I had a GameCube when I was growing up, like within that time frame, those games still coming out. But I didn't play a lot of those games, but I was getting into the habit of like going back to collecting them when I was reading like some of my old game magazines, like Game Pro, Game Informer, stuff like that. I'm like, man, I really do remember like having a lot of these, and a lot of these games you can't even find anymore. Like you can't buy them on PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox digital storefronts because of licensing issues or somebody just don't have the rights to them at all. So now I have to. Well, I don't say I have to, but I got into the mindset of, well, if I can't find these games anywhere else other than getting them physically, I'm gonna start getting them. So one by one, I started looking through magazines and videos and started getting a lot of the stuff that I used to have or I wanted to play, and just start making a list, start checking it out. And then as I was getting those stuff, it was starting to get me in the mindset of why I like games. Like when I was getting my GameCube games, like the game I showed you guys, the Metal Arms, that game's kind of like Ratchet and Clank, and that really got me into like liking those games and stuff again. So I started going down a list, and then that Def Jam game that I got a couple years ago, it's going for like 200. It's going for like 200. But yeah, the one that I got from GameStop a couple of months back, they don't make them like that anymore because it's like that's such a like a niche type thing. Like nowadays, back then they made like a couple of games like that, but now you can't find anything that they make like that nowadays. And chance of it coming back is very slim to none. So
that game ain't never coming back.
Yeah, that
game ain't.
It's a licensing nightmare because think about how many people is on there and what games have become nowadays. Everybody's gonna be wanting too much. It's like, oh, you got Ludacris, like that's X amount of memes. You got who, like you got DMX. Nah, it's way too much. It's way too much. Like it's a licensing nightmare. So, but
and the way they do, and the way they game me.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Let me chime in here for the chat. So I know many of you have been asking like what bookshelves we use and all that. So Steve dropped links in the chat. So we go to IKEA, we buy the Billy bookcases. I've had these Billy bookcases for a couple of years. When I moved into this house, I added the Augsburg doors. So they're glass doors, makes it look completely different. They have the doors where they have the top portion of it that has the glass showing and the bottom is just solid wood, or you can do the full glass panel all the way down. So there's variety that you can do. You can get them in all the different colors. They have them in the white, the light kind of beech wood, and then they have the darker color too. So there's a lot. They're solid. They're solid. Like if you build them, put them in your room, you're good to go. If you move, you gotta make sure you move. You gotta make sure that you apply some new nails to them because like they'll survive one move, but the second or third move you're gonna have to put a little extra support on them after the fact. But they hold a lot of games, and you can also buy additional shelves to slot in there. So if they come with the like 3 or 4 shelves, like 4 or 5 shelves generally, but you can buy the additional shelves on there so you can add extra layers to your shelf, so that way you're not having to go and buy extras. Just thought I'd drop that in there for everybody. I'm going to come to the next question for you too. What's up, Votary? I see you in there.
What's going on, brother?
How do you keep from getting burnt out from collecting? Because that's something
that's an emotional thing too, though.
Well, yeah, that is, and it's something that I've experienced over the last couple of years, and it can get very, like maybe I'm done with the hobby. Maybe I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe I don't want to go out and buy anything else. So like
I've been there.
What do you do to kind of keep yourself going, or is it something else within the hobby that keeps the fire going, or is it something else you just take a break?
Also, I think it depends because I think it's more like a seasonal thing. Because when I just got my analog pocket, the ones I sent you guys in the group chat, well, I was fiending for a lot of those Game Boy games, color and advanced games, even because it even plays GameCube games. So I was looking on Etsy, I was looking on Macari, I was looking on eBay. I was like, man, I want this, that, and the third. I bought a couple of them, but into a certain point, I was like, man, I don't think I'm gonna play these things anytime soon. So it got to the point where I was like, all right, hold on. Like, I love collecting, but I was buying them things excessively because by the time I got that pocket, I'd already bought like 35 games, y'all. I even show you guys the group chat because I was knocking them things out. And then I wasn't even looking for like original boxes or anything like that. I was ordering these things. There's a website called Gaming Relic where they make the like the Game Boy, like the Repro cases. Like I don't even care about looking for the original ones, like because these already look like stylish enough just to have in my case.
Oh, those are nice.
So I was buying these, and I was just when I was buying them, I was just I got them. I got the games. Like this is a Repro color version of Mega Man 5 on the Game Boy. I got the original.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. I need to go get that from that person.
Yeah, I got seen delete, but yeah, it's after playing this version, though, I'm never touching those original Game Boy versions again.
Wow.
It's like how they look like NES games. Like in terms of the color and the presentation. So I was like, yeah, after playing those, because I got 3 and 4 on the way, and they completely remastered the DX versions. He has them of the Mario games, the Kirby games, the Wario games, the Castlevania game. I'll go and send you a list, but yeah, he's making literally color remakes of all those Game Boy games, and no, I'm never going back after playing those. I was like, this is how it was meant to be played.
So Steve, how do you deal with burnout?
Selling stuff, and then going back in. I need that search, quenched again.
Does it feel the same? Like if you like, because you've gone back and recollected for the same consoles more than once. Does it feel the same as it did the first time around, or is it different?
It feels just same. It feels the same. It feels the same, but it's like that's good to think about that. So that's I have just damn. Just really thought about that.
Very thought provoking.
Yeah.
I have to think about that because I'm like, I just no. It's not the same, but it still gets that same feeling if that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah, I get it. Like I mean, yeah.
It's like I sell all my stuff right, and I want quality. I guess okay. Now I'm going after the quality stuff. I'm more picky, but like this for instance. Again today, like when I went to Goodwill, right? And I found it. This is between Goodwill and GameStop. I found all these, right? But I might not keep none of this. This might be all trade. I might keep 2 out of this, so it makes me more picky, and I would use those to get something else that's quality. So there you go.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair assessment.
Yeah,
I would. So I guess to answer the burnout question, my what I ended up doing the first time around was I couldn't sustain going out and finding Neo Geo games every week.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a feasible thing. You won't find them in a Goodwill. You won't find them.
Oh, absolutely not. That's something you got to.
Yeah, you're not going to find them at your local GameStop. You're not going to. I mean, the majority of the time, you're not going to find them at a retro store either. Right? It's very rare that
them things is like black market deals at this point. But
yeah,
it's like
like that. So, I went through a phase where I was just buying everything up online, and then the market dried up, and there wasn't anything that I needed. So then I'm like, I'm fiending for a new game, and I want to play a new game because I'm like, okay, I've played all these Neo Geo games now. I beat them because I do like. Spoiler alert: I play every single game that I get on the Neo Geo, and I beat it. I complete it all the way through.
Oh, you what?
I complete the game. I finish it.
That's what's up.
Oh, was he beat the game?
Anyway,
you beat
it. The problem was is like, okay, I want to go get a new game, and then that shifted me into the other portion of my collection, which was Super Nintendo. So then I went down the rabbit hole. I'm like, man, I want that game that I used to have back when, my cousins used to come over and we were playing this game. And I wanted to play Streets of Rage because I remember that night we stayed up until 3 a.m. We beat it. All those memories started coming back. And, now I've gotten rid of a lot of those games. But now I want those games back. But now I want them in really good condition. I want them in such a pristine condition to a point to where I'm like, I'm really, really, really going to have to justify hopefully I never have to do it again to where I have to just liquidate for one game, because that's tough.
It was an emotional thing. It kind of emotionally drained you, didn't it?
It did. It's like, you don't think like, I mean, this is all material stuff, right? I mean, it's not the end of the world or anything like that, but
No, it's
You
not.
don't realize the time and energy and effort that you put into, and you also don't realize the people that are a part of that journey with you.
Mhm.
Like for instance, like I had a lot of friends, like my wife, they were part of that journey of me going and getting this game, or they may have been there for that time that I found that, oh my God, I found this game. And that memory is gone because I let go of that game. But it wasn't something that was gifted or something that I had at my childhood from the beginning and I just kept it all these years. It wasn't like that. So it's a different perspective. I kind of like talking about this because this is like
Therapeutic.
the time me getting it all out.
Yeah, it's
You know,
therapeutic.
yeah, it is very therapeutic. I mean,
It
we
is.
don't.
We don't kind of realize it's like I know you were saying it's collectors. Like I don't know if you're about to say this, but this is what I'm thinking. Like we don't realize how much emotional attachment we have to these games, and I guess that's why some people get so upset on my end when I think like when you sell something because of like I could have got it, I would never sell it, and I get that, but I get it. It's emotional attachment because it's something that we love. It's something we grew up with. The journey we took it to. But I guess, like I said, after my dad's passing years ago, like I detached myself of that part, and a lot of people just, and I'm not saying everybody feels like me, but I get it. I 100% get it, and I used to get mad because people didn't get it, but now I understand because I don't get mad. It's annoying, yes, it's annoying because it is what it is, but it the emotional attachment, man, to getting these games and these relics and it is something, and when you let it go, it's like it can be difficult, and also deciding to let it go, especially being a public figure, it's on a different level too, man. It's freaking difficult. You be like, damn, like so I get it. I get it.
Is there through all of your collecting and we're talking about helping everyone out there in terms of where to prioritize, right? We've talked about burnout, we've talked about the attachment, we've talked about going back in the nostalgia. How do we avoid falling into the trap that so many collectors fall into of just buying the game because it's there, or just buying the game because I want to fill the shelf? How do we avoid that? What are your thoughts?
How do we avoid it?
Yeah, because I mean, there's times where I was definitely one of those collectors early on where I started buying games just because it was cheap and it was on the shelf and it was available.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that was at a pawn shop, a Goodwill, I'm just going to add more to my collection. Maybe I'll play this game eventually one day, but now I get to add it to the library. But it has no significant meaning to me. It has no significant meaning to my quality collection. So how do I keep myself from falling into the trap of just buying games because they're games?
I mean, that could really be more of an impulse type thing because
It is.
like even when I see certain games, like even for my games, I don't try to. Me personally, I never try to go for a full set of anything because not one console has any game that I ever want to think that I will own an entire library for. That's just not me because every
Sure.
game, in my opinion at least, is not worth owning. Like my mind just doesn't operate that way.
Yeah.
So honestly, it just depends on like how much self-control you got, because how we do stuff. Yeah, we're curating our list. Well, Ness, you're doing your Neo Geo stuff, but yours is focused. Yours is a specific system that holds a very precious amount of memory, memory stuff that you want to do. So I understand that. But if you're talking about somebody who's just, oh, I want to get for like PlayStation 2, Xbox, stuff like that, honestly, it just, I don't really think there's a way you can like really try to cut down on that. I mean, because there's no way you, me, or anybody in this panel or this podcast can like tell anybody what their financial situation looks like. I don't think we can tell you just to be, financially responsible and, not to spend like your life savings on like a $200 or $300 game just because you want it or just because it's there or stuff like that. You know, there's methods of getting stuff like that you have to break the bank, like what Steve's channel is all about. He's showing you, pun intended, the right way to try to get all this stuff. Like, you don't have to break the bank. You can just buy little stuff.
Gotcha. No.
You can buy these little things that you can trade up to get the bigger stuff. I mean, honestly, that's like the best, the smartest way to do stuff like that. It was cost efficient. You gotta break the bank, stuff like that. So honestly, there's no possible way we can like tell you to do stuff like that. It's just be responsible with your money. Honestly, like that's the only advice I give. Just be responsible with your money.
I would say what stops me is a goal. Always have a goal. Always have a gaming goal or a gaming series. I guess series is a goal, right? Like my goal now is to finish a Dog Tag set on Neo Geo and the King of Fighters set. And then after that, if I can get more, maybe one day I might go for a full set like this, you know? Like I always joke, he re-inspired me to collect my Neo Geo stuff, it's I'm blessed that I'm able to be in position to get that. But yeah, like when I go in the stores now, like I look at a game like, okay, if I get that game, I don't want it, but can I get that game to give to somebody else so I can get another Neo Geo game? So like, what was it? Here it is. Like I got from GameStop today. I got Silent Hill 2. You know, got it for a way low, cheaper price. Well, that can add to my Neo Geo fund. And that's how I look at it, because I know I'll see that game again. And so I guess it really doesn't stop. I guess it doesn't stop me, but it helps me inform me a better decision buying games. And another thing too is like, before I send all those games off, I put a picture on. I had some Super Nintendo games that I wanted to keep. I'm like, and then I looked over at my Super Nintendo Mini. I'm like, I don't need it.
I'd be the same way.
Because like, and that's really, I really stopped collecting Nintendo games when the NES Mini and the Super Nintendo Mini came out. Even though it's emulation, but it's by Nintendo. So to me, it's 100% official. And even though we all hacked our systems, but that stopped me from like, I want to get an NES. You know, when you jump into collecting and retro collecting, first thing, I'm gonna give me a full Nintendo set or get all the black box games, all this series of games. Okay, yeah, but once you get down, look at it, like, do I really need all of that? And that's kind of like the last video. And I'll tell y'all this, like the GameStop Retro series, that's about to come to an end. Like, at one video left, and it's talking about that, but it's also getting some different stuff. But it's going to talk about that. I think they'll be released like maybe next week or 2 weeks. I don't know, but the journey and the hunt is the best part about it. Like I said, when I wake up and I think about it, it's like Christmas. I have dreams thinking about buying. Oh, I can't believe I found this retro game. I found this game over here. And I like wake up and like, I was a dream. No. So in a roundabout way, I guess that answers your question.
All right. My last question for both of you.
Already?
What, in just from your perspectives, from you, what you're collecting, what are the best times of year for you to find your games? Where have you found the most success during the year? Is it more in the summertime, spring, winter time? Where do you see your best success?
For me, I guess I'll go first. For me, I think it's a toss-up between the springtime and probably the winter. I sing a lot the springtime because that's when like people were like downsizing, trying to get rid of stuff, like summer cleaning and stuff like that. Especially like where I live at, like there's a retirement center that's not too far from my house. There's like
this dude is funny, light-skinned Canadian.
Okay.
What's up, dude?
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
What's going on, Tay? What's going on with your brother?
Hey.
Oh,
go ahead, Megan.
Light-skinned brother attacks. Now you get it. Shout
out. Hey, that's how them light-skinned brothers be, man. Light-skinned ass.
Oh man, but yeah, going back to that, yeah. like spring cleaning and stuff like that. There's a retirement center that's not too far from me. So a lot of these older people, they tend to get rid of a lot of their stuff in bulk. Because there's three good wheels within 8 miles from my house. So
they have mom spaghetti there.
You said what now?
So they got mom spaghetti.
Oh my goodness. Probably, I don't know.
8 miles.
Probably. I don't know. I gotta ask.
That was a dumb joke.
But there's like 3 of them from my house, so I frequent there. And then there's a retro game store that's literally within 2 miles of that some people are kind of privy to what they got, so they'll go to those places, try to get a better deal as opposed to giving it away. And then sometimes they'll have fair prices, sometimes they'll that shit will be through the moon and whatnot. The winter time, because it's people buying a lot of gifts, so some people who don't have funds like that, they try to offload as much stuff they can to buy the newer stuff for their kids, their significant other or whatnot. So yeah, for me, it's just a toss up between those 2 time frames. I will probably say I've had the most success in this year alone, and the previous year, the last 2 years, I've had more success in the springtime, mainly because people are getting rid of a lot of their older excess inventory and try to buy new stuff, or maybe they're trying to downsize. So for me, it's the springtime, but toss up between those 2.
Nice. Before I let you
Whoa, thank you, Grizzly Bear King. I never wow.
Oh, that $10 shout out. That's what's up, man.
Dang. Wow. I said well, I'm gonna answer it in just a minute. But so
No, get to the super chat. Get to the super chat. Answer them.
Drop $10 money. Go ahead.
No, right? I know why. Dang. Thoughts on collectability of PO. Some are already commanded a serve price like what for Tales of Galaxy Edge? Are you serious?
Hold on. Somebody already.
What?
Damn.
Really?
What? Seriously?
Look this up.
Oh my. Okay, so
that's how much they charging for the games. I'm confused. Hold on.
Okay, so the part of the game is that okay? Grizzly, is that a physical game? Type that in, please. Let me know. But I will say this: PSVR 2, the lack of physical games is freaking frustrating. I like
Galaxy's Edge.
You know how I sound like I said, you raggedy bitch. No, I'm sorry. That's how I think about PSVR 2. Like a dude on Wait Next Hell, you raggedy. But I think about it is I like the PSVR 1, but the PSVR 2, it just I should have jumped on it when it was like 3 something. I just haven't seen the value of getting it right now, man. Like the collectibility of it. It's going, dude. Like it's PlayStation, and I'm a PlayStation guy, but they just give up on stuff. Look at the Vita. Look at a lot of things. They just give up on it, and it seemed like to me they gave up on the PSVR 2. And he says he has a physical game currently about 42 physical games. Oh wow.
Oh, that's it. Well, actually, I'm not surprised because they haven't really been supporting it like that, like beyond the first year that it came out. Honestly,
so
yeah, I'm looking at them, and that specific game,
being roughly between 60 and $175.
Damn.
For the Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge,
the game itself. Yeah. Like I'm seeing there's sold listings for like $60, $23 for a bid, but there's a lot of them that are going for over 150.
I'm seeing then again, the ones I'm looking at, they are the PAL region because it has like the number 12 and stuff on it.
Yeah.
If you're talking about North American versions, I see one for 80. There's one on Amazon for 70.
There's a North American.
Oh, it says PlayStation VR 2 required. Oh, I need to look at this then. Maybe that's
required. Oh, it's required. Okay.
Yeah, I see one listed on Amazon. Yeah, for $69.99.
That's crazy.
You see one on Amazon?
Yeah, hold on. I can put it in the list. Well, I can put it in the chat. Yeah, 1 second.
Bananas, y'all.
But is that if that's not US though, right?
No, the one I'm looking at it's US.
Let me see. Put in the private chat.
Oh, gotcha. He was like, "Oh, hold on there, brother."
Put that in the private chat, son.
Yeah, Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge Enhanced Edition PS5, PSVR 2 required.
Well, that's definitely
It's used though.
Oh, you're right. It is used. So there may be some validity to that then. Okay.
Well, my thoughts on the collectability. I'm not too familiar with VR, so I can't really give my 2 cents on them. But clearly, the prices, I don't know, something. I mean, Star Wars. It's Star Wars. Star Wars games are, for the most part, pretty good.
I'm gonna order this game and see if it's going to be like, you know, if it's used. If it's not like what you call it, I'm sending it back.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a chance on it and see.
I want to find out.
Yeah.
Collectability with that, I mean, it's a game that you need a peripheral with. So honestly, it just depends. Because with the VR2, I don't think it's doing as well as the PSVR 1 was doing. So honestly, it just depends.
Thanks for letting us know, man. That's crazy.
So honestly, I would just say it depends on. I would say the lack of how much support Sony supports it, because they haven't really been doing. They haven't really announced games like that in the last year or so. So unless they come out like next year or the year after next, which I highly doubt because of what they're doing now, and start announcing games back and forth. I mean, unless you just want to have it just for the sake of having the novelty of having those PSVR 2 games, because you know you have to have that to play it. But other than that, it honestly just depends. Like whenever they decide to discontinue it, that's gonna determine the market value in terms of what those games will be worth.
Mm-hmm.
This game came out. When did this game come out? I'm looking on GameStop. It's not on GameStop.
The Star Wars game?
Yeah, I'm trying to see when did it come out.
Hold on, I got it pulled up.
Okay. Thank you, man, for letting us know about that, because I do like collectability stuff like that, and difficult games to buy. That's difficult because at GameStop it says $44, but it's none on GameStop right now.
Looks like it released. Looks like it released last year.
Okay.
Coming to PlayStation VR 2 in 2023.
He says 42 physical games. I didn't know it was 42 physical games. Hey man, feel free to like let me know what. Hey Grizzly, please let me know like if you on it. Do me this favor, like whatever physical. I definitely like to know more about that. So like if you have a list of the physical games, like actual physical games, especially like US games, like drop it in my Twitter DMs or my Instagram DMs, and definitely let me know, because it's something I've been thinking about. Because I absolutely love the PSVR 1, but the 2 is just like I've been like no games, you know. So definitely, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, like one game I was interested in, which was that Horizon Call the Mountain game. But other than that, like, I ain't dropping essentially the price of another PS5 to play that one game. So it's that's beyond me at that point.
I figured that was going to happen too, because the way the PSVR 2 is set up, and not a lot of games, and people are really scrambling to hold on to physical games. I can see that, and then it takes some people like us to talk about it. Oh, it's gotta go get that game, you know.
Doesn't the PSVR 2 have that same feature that the one did, to where even if the game wasn't in VR, you could still play it through the headset and gives you like that like the fisheye lens type thing that the first one did? Can it still do that? Okay, well, I'd say unless people want to do that with it, other than that. But yeah, if you ain't got no games, then ain't no purpose.
You got no games, ain't got no play.
All right, Steve.
All right. Okay, Timmy. That was a great took me off. So let me know what again. What was it? What was the thing again? Tell me one more time. I'm so sorry. What was the question? Your question? Oh, good. You forgot the question.
Yeah, it was freestyle. It was off the top of the dome.
Oh gosh. See, that's why I should answer first. I know how I am.
What was the question?
I've been thinking about Wingstop and drinking, and not VRs too.
Wingstop and drinking.
What's a quality video game library? No, they said,
No, we
are talking about that. Shh. Thank you, Grizzly Bear. Dang, I forgot. What? I forgot. What was the game? What was the question, son?
I was in the mode, bro. I was just in a question.
What you been
Man,
drinking? You got some more vodka over there?
Oh, bro, I'm good. I didn't drink nothing.
I was
All my Jack is gone.
Oh, you was drinking?
Yeah.
Oh no, I just had the one. That's all.
I had less Jack than had. That one got a little cheap ball Thunderbird.
So we were talking about helping new collectors or just collectors of old.
And get that.
We've talked about burnout. We've talked about it was the time of year.
That's right.
It was time of year.
What was the
So
best?
time of year. Okay.
What's the best time of year that you found during your collecting?
All the time.
Well,
like every time this motherfucker go on every time this motherfucker go on vacation and come back, that's the best times for him. Every single time, it never fails.
This man
every single time,
every day.
I'll see y'all later in the month. Oh, look what I found when I came back. Oh, here we.
That was not a good question for Steve.
No, it was. That's why I kind of like, I don't know.
Bro, what? There is every season's the best season. That's what he says. Okay. All right, then I'll answer it for me. So I found that, like Mega, it's springtime. We're coming right after the winter holidays, and then it's starting to just steadily warm up. We're getting ready to hit spring break time frame, and then moving into summer, right when vacation time's starting to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Those two, and then right the tail end of September, October. Those 3 times are the best time of years for me for finding games. Just because generally the games that I'm looking for, people are selling them for vacations and trips, renovations on the house, real estate deals, and then, or they're getting ready for the holidays and they need Christmas presents.
Okay, you know what? Going back, now he got me on this hole I'm going down, right? Going back to PSVR 2, and I'm looking at the games that it says PlayStation 2 VR required. Those games, when they release, they only release a certain amount of those games. And when they hit the second market, they double in price. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So
wow.
You got this man going. It's a wrap. You're gonna see a video on a collection.
And I think I know the reason. I think I know the reason why that's too, because a lot of those PlayStation VR games are digital. So the physical games they do come out with, they're probably in limited print. They don't put that many out because there's more games on the PlayStation VR 2 on the PlayStation Store than there are physically released. And because you got to think about it, because a lot of them are like small title indie games that are VR, stuff like that. And then you got to pay a substantial amount of money to have
Retro Grizzly Clean. I'm definitely going to save this and probably going to be a video soon, bro. I don't want to increase no prices. It's gonna be, but I'm definitely probably going. Yeah, man, I'm definitely going to get some of these games.
He gonna take a Neo Geo break.
No, not a break, but
I'm just joking.
it's funny how I see this though. You know, like these games, I'm looking like real time. Like a lot of these games, like I'm looking on like eBay or looking at I'm looking on GameStop or just places where they had these games at, right? These games are like doubled in price, and it's freaking crazy. I'm like, why is it like this? And
oh no, go ahead, Steve. What you saying?
No, that could be the reason why it's happening. You know, like these games are I kind of figured those games are like limited edition kind of games, but wow, I did not stop and think about that.
I see your wheels spinning over there, bro.
Because
it is like I'm looking like, all right, so like
I'm looking on the PlayStation. Sorry to interrupt, Steve, but real quick, I'm looking on the PlayStation Store right now. I'm seeing a bunch of PSVR 2 only games that I can definitely
buy them.
You can't buy them physically, like horror adventure zombie edition, Space Explorer. These are like $1, $2, $3, $10 games. Jurassic World Evolution 2. This is VR.
What about physically though?
Physically, hold on. Let's see.
Because physically, some of these games you can't buy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it looks like,
and it's not the PlayStation compatible. These are required. The games that are required games. They have a game coming out next year that's going to be a required game. So I'm looking at like
the ones I'm looking at. It says PlayStation VR 2 required, like the Horror Adventure Zombie Edition.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me see if it has.
Man, these dudes are in search right now. They are in deep thought.
And I'm sorry, guys, if it made it for bad GameStop. I'm not GameStop, bad stuff. But that's crazy though. When you're talking about quality, I don't want to say these games are quality, but wow.
Yeah,
I did not realize
Horror Adventure has no physical release, no physical copy.
This brings up another.
Oh my gosh! Like a lot of these games are like, I'm not gonna say it online. I'm not gonna say it on here because a lot of people are gonna like, oh, I know what this game is. You know, I'm not gonna say that. Go ahead, go ahead, Ness. I'm sorry. Go.
No, you're good. You're good. This brings another question up here. So we've talked about the game playing side of the games and the quality of the nostalgia. Now this brings us to more of the asset side of the quality. Now we just said,
oh my god, no!
He's finding more and more stuff. Like what you find now, brother? What revelation?
Okay, so it's there. Okay, I can buy it there. Oh shoot! Like, okay, wow. Okay, so Grizzly, yo, these PS VR2 required games are getting ate up off of GameStop. Like, okay, so they have them right, but trying to find other games about stuff like that they're not there. They're not there. They're like one or two games that get out, and GameStop doesn't get it. I mean, and then I look at Amazon, and Amazon may have like 3 or 4 of those. Oh wow, that's crazy.
Never would have known. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised with VR, especially PSVR 2 related stuff. But yeah, that's something that would have been completely above my head. I wouldn't even know about it until you said something.
Wow. I see now some of the games I see on PS3 record, I see they're like $19. They're good. So I think that you might want to invest in, because I think that might be the next thing that goes crazy. Damn. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, that just totally threw me off. Now they get it. Wow.
After a review rabbit hole, man, it just keep getting deeper and deeper.
What's up, Beretta?
What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? Wow. What?
You blew this man's mind. He's like, "Oh my god, I had no idea this was."
I didn't know it was gonna be like that.
Wow. Like, okay, one game I'm looking at right. I was about to get. It said 3 left.
I said, "You gonna get it?" Like,
yeah, I was like,
I'm getting.
You gonna buy it?
But I'm getting some of these. It's just like I understand like what he was talking about. Like, I would never. I dismissed PSVR 2 because they didn't have games. But now I'm looking at like, oh,
but look at all the consoles that we collect for, even all the niche consoles that have the smallest libraries, and look at how much they cost.
Yeah.
Think of it the same exact way. This will probably get what? Maybe 52 games, 62 games.
I think it's time for me to start investing in this now. I dismissed it. I really dismissed it. I really,
look
I
at how
really
many
just,
consoles we've dismissed over the years, and now look at the prices.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how many people dismissed Xbox, and now you got tons of games over $100 on 360. And they were saying for years they were never going to get to that price, even though they're going back down.
I remember how many people dismissed the Vita, and we see what type of market that is now.
Yeah,
you know,
one of them.
And dismissing like the VR2 is going to be probably a big mistake for a lot of people when it finally shuts down. You know, wow. I just bought like 6 games.
focus. Focus.
No, I'm focused.
I'm
fully focused, man.
He focused on something else.
I'm focused on these though.
Pause.
I gotta buy before they but no, that's crazy though. I'm not buying a compatible, but the required games I am buying. And some of these required games, if you look at PS2 VR2 and just type in on Amazon, you'll see the required games, and there are like they're not a lot, but the ones are like, wow, I didn't realize that. And they might be crappy games, right? It might be crappy games, but I just couldn't believe that this was a thing, and it is. Wow. All right. Anyway, all right. I'm back. I'm focused. I'm being refocused again.
You too focused on them games, man.
On them deals, man. You just
on them deals, man. What you gonna do,
man?
You know, man. Come on, man.
You got some PSVR 2 required only games. I suck, yo. Let me stop.
Now what? Remember what he said? I remember, man, when I was a baby and I had all these visions and stuff, man.
You didn't know I'm Iron Man.
Come on, Power Rangers, man. Come on, we gotta get Zordon back up, man. You gonna say Angel Grove, man. This has devolved. This is what happens, y'all. Like, we haven't been on like a month and a half.
It's been longer like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, yeah, it's been
probably about a month. Last time we talked about was in September. It's been about a month and like some change, a month and a week.
Yeah,
a month and a week, something like that.
I've only been on about.
I don't even got a PSVR 2. Don't gonna buy.
3 hours on this Joker.
It's good. I gotta go get some Wingstop. But yo, I mean, we just that Diddy and Terrence school. Get the baby on, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, y'all are tripped out tonight. We run out of energy. Y'all are y'all enjoying? Thank y'all for joining us and stuff, man. It's been really fun. We gotta go and shut this joke down, man. We gotta get some at 8. And tomorrow too, if you're in the Dallas area, make sure y'all go check out Founded Games. They have a customer appreciation sale. So make sure y'all go check those guys out. It's gonna be really fun. A lot of people gonna be there. Me and Ness might show up. I know I'm gonna show up. I don't know about Ness. He probably going to go find some more Neo Geo games. So
I'm gonna try to go. If I go, it's gonna be early. Try to go early. He muted. You muted.
Still muted, yeah.
I moved my mic.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yep, the game's about 8 games.
Damn.
I sound like this, but I just bought these other games. I almost said that.
Why you be hating, bro? Why you
I
always?
almost said the other stuff that's secret. I almost said that.
Yeah. Don't be putting my business out there.
I'm sorry.
You gotta wait.
I almost said it, man.
All right, so let me put this public service announcement out there because I dropped this video earlier today. I didn't realize so many people were going to be upset about me leaving a video on a cliffhanger, bro. I had so many people messaging me like, "That's not cool. Why you leave me on?"
It's not cool, bro. Why you do that to me?
Like, damn, bro. I'm like, I normally don't do the cliffhangers, but I was like, okay, this is worth it. And I've had tons of people asking me what game this is. They putting their guesses out there in the chat. I've seen a couple of guesses here in the chat. I will let you know straight away. All the guesses have been incorrect so far.
You wrong, man.
Yeah, like everyone, they won't realize what it is. Because a lot of people probably don't know that it's
no, they probably don't know
that price. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you gotta double up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
but I gotta say it because even when you showed it, I was like, "Huh." I wasn't expecting that to be on there. I was like, "Because it's." I understand. Yeah,
hey,
nobody get that off the back.
When you showed me the artwork, I was like, I didn't like it, but now I keep looking at it. I say, you know what? It's not bad.
It's a very good game. I'll say that. It has a lot of history, and it's got. The thing about it is, well, no, I can't say that either because that's going to give it away for some people. Some people are going to know.
Super fighting robot.
But don't worry, I'm gonna drop the video
Super
on Monday.
Robot.
I'll drop the video on Monday, so I won't make everyone wait too long.
I don't know why that Mega Man song just popped up in my head. When Mega Man anime came out, like Super Fighting Robot.
That's all they need.
That's lyrics. Hard, boy.
Who sings that?
Okay, you know Mega Man.
I don't know the name of the band, but it is.
I don't know who sung that. It's like it was just catchy, to me. Like back in the day when because we never got really a good Mega Man anime to that kind of came out. Because like Mega Man from Captain N was like Mega Man. Ugh.
Oh my god, that little short midget with the smoker's voice, who was the wrong color.
Yeah, he was green.
Yep, Mega High. Like, whoa, hold up. Why you saying you got stage 2 lung cancer, my boy? Why are you talking like this?
Hey, you been smoking? Mega. Are you a Pokemon? Mega. I'm like, ugh. I hate it. Okay, and here you go. I hate Captain N and Game Master. I hate it. I hate Captain.
I like the novelty of it, but the show itself was garbage.
The show was trash.
Yeah,
Captain N and Game Master is trash. I hate it. Because Mother Brain, oh baby, Mother.
Oh yeah, she.
Oh, I hate it. It was so. She sounded like a mammy.
Yeah, that's what she
I hated that. I really hated it. I hated it. It was kind of. You go back and look at it, it's almost halfway offensive. And I guess I try to look at it, but I didn't like Captain the Game Master. I did. Now, what I didn't like, but I really appreciate it now is The Legend of Zelda. I used to hate when Zelda came on, The Legend of Zelda, when it like on Fridays, they wouldn't have Mario, but they had Zelda. And I was so mad. I said, I want Super Mario Bros. Super Show. I don't want Zelda. But now as I got older, I said, I appreciate it because Link was a dick. But he was so pimped though, because he was like, he wanted to give her princess, but he didn't treat her like that. Like, he'll let her get hit or everything. And he'll try to get a kiss, and she's like, get away from me. He's like, well, excuse me. He was like, he was an asshole.
That was the first and only reminder as to why Link never talks.
Yeah. Nintendo probably was really upset after that. Because he was like,
oh, you an asshole when you start thinking about it.
He was such an asshole. I was like,
oh my
god, Link, why are you doing this, bro? You're like, I just want a kiss. He's like, you ain't getting no kiss from me. She was just like, it was hilarious.
That's gonna make that live action Zelda movie they got coming out even more.
How
are they gonna do that? It's live action. It's being done by what studio was that? I gotta look it up, but it's a well-known studio that's doing it.
Well, anyway, let's end this stream because I'm gonna get some Wingstop and some Taco Bell too.
Oh, anyway, not the why both?
Oh, I have no agenda tomorrow.
Except blowing up your damn commode.
You said you're getting Wingstop and
well, then you gotta do both like this.
I'm thinking about it.
You gonna get both of them?
Both of them? I might go get a
Mega. How's that song go?
Which one?
Big back.
You asshole! What? Whoa! Oh! Oh man, with that, I'm gone. I'll see y'all next time, man. We'll be back. We back about a week or something. Y'all take care. Y'all know where to find us. Always do it the right
Peace.
way. See y'all.